Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Tuesday. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, repping the Thanasis Antetokounmpo signature hat, Kyle Wallace.
4-3, baby. 4-3. The nasty.
That's it? You're not going to talk about the hat?
Oh, the hat? No, listen, the hat is super dope. If you go to the Bucks game tonight, you can get a Thanasis Antetokounmpo design hat. It has 43 on it. It has a nice quote on it. It has 21 champions. And what I love the most is he's representing Greece and Nigeria, the two countries that he comes from or where his origins are. So it's a great hat. Make sure you go to a Bucks game.
I'm completely with you on everything you said. And unfortunately, Stro has already added the quote to his 4 quotes that he recites. Get better every day. The world needs more loves. Number one rule is self-awareness is the number one trait. And now it is
never forget to be yourself.
Never forget to be yourself.
So thank you, Thanasis Antetokounmpo, for adding a new quote to the Alex Stro future tattoo list.
Clearly, him and I would get along.
It is a good one. Me and him get along, too.
That's great. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up.
Kyle, it's good to see you in a hat.
I'm not a hat guy. I'm not a hat. Do I look handsome?
You look good. You
Okay, I might wear a hat more often.
It was like the first time that I wore a hat in front of you guys, and it threw you guys off because you're like, "Whoa, you're wearing a hat." I looked like Craig Counsell. Remember that? I was wearing I looked exactly like him for Brewers Opening
Day.
And
you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that again.
Backwards hat is a big thing. With I get the wife DM, which
When your man
wears the back. I'm saying what I'm going to say is wife likes when I wear a backwards hat.
Dude, Lexi loves that. I wear my backward hat.
And I was going to say, I'm not going to lie, Kyle looks kind of hot with the backwards hat.
You look good.
Baby girl.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
It's a thing.
Warn her before you walk through the door, Kyle.
Baby girl did say, what is that?
She said, I saw WTF is.
Oh, wait.
Wait, I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. She said, "Cool hat!" Exclamation!
Hey,
Is she listening?
What were you showing me?
It's the first one. What's called? There was some not wolves. What do they call them?
Coyotes.
Coyotes up by that.
Yeah. So I said we got coyotes.
Downtown Milwaukee.
Downtown Milwaukee. Those coyotes are running rampant.
Taking over.
Northwest side.
Alex Stro is running the show. UKB Nation at 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talking text line. Liz is more YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. I'm telling you, Kyle, is baby girl listening?
I assume so. I do not know.
What do you think of your future hubby in that backwards hat? Because I might snatch him from you if you don't.
Okay, first and foremost, ain't nobody snatching nobody. Okay, I'm a man who loves women first and foremost, and secondly, I'm a man who loves my woman. And she said, "Cool hat!" Exclamation point.
You better be careful walking around these offices, these streets, Kyle. Because you're talking about a backward hat.
Wait a minute, I might give me a little stick.
It's a tale as old as time. There's something about being in your 30s and wearing a backward hat. Every once in a while, the hair doesn't look this good when I wake up, guys. So I throw a backward hat on it. Yep. Oh, Lexi gets all in her feelings.
Whenever I'm like, let's see if I can, make the wife. Get the hint. I'll toss on the backwards hat.
Get the hint. Oh, wow. Who good? I didn't know this was an after dark show. My goodness. Y'all got me going. I'm going to have to put a backwards hat on more often.
Hell yeah.
This is nice.
Be careful as you do it.
Goody spoke at the NFL Combine today. We get a ton of Goody in our lives. Goody, rocking everywhere.
Backwards hat can't help that, man.
No.
Could you imagine Goody in a backward hat?
Absolutely not.
It'd be so strange.
Well, how do you do, kids? That gif.
Yeah. Hey, fellow students.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? And Again, I feel like I heard a little bit of this in his presser after the season, after he was extended. Here's what Goody said at the NFL Combine, and it feels very reminiscent of a lot of things we felt and talked about.
Our ability to be more consistent in situational football and finishing off games. A number of our games the past couple of years, we've been up in the games and just not been able to close them out. And our group's got to get to that point. So I think we're on our way there. I really like the guys in our locker room, and I like the makeup of our team. But that's an area that we have to fix.
Look what I did for everybody. I like the makeup of the team and the locker room. Look what I've done for you, Green Bay Packers fans. But that old Matt LaFleur, he didn't get it done, as I'm watching from my very warm suite with my Diet Coke in front of me.
Ooh, nothing like playing a little blame game for the Green Bay Packers. Goody sitting in nice, comfortable Indianapolis at the Combine. Matt LaFleur back in Green Bay, and he's basically saying, you know what? The reason this team didn't get to the ultimate goal of the Super Bowl, it wasn't my fault. I put together a great team. You saw them up there. We were up in most games that we were in. It's situational football. It's finishing. It's consistency. All key words that fall underneath the coach's umbrella. This is Goody saying, listen, the guys are in the locker room. I went to the grocery store and I got some great groceries. It's up to you to put together a great meal. Goody, as we're all wondering, man, what's it going to take for the Packers to bump through to the next level? Not just be a team that goes to the playoffs, make deep playoff runs. Goody's taking his hands and saying, I did my part. Coaches, it's on you to do your part. Situational football, finishing, consistency. Matt LaFleur, that is your area of expertise. Now I want you to make sure that you do that. Goody playing the blame game early in the offseason. Quite a strategy, but it's saying everything I need to know about who Goody thinks the team is and who he thinks Matt LaFleur is, at least getting this team ready to be a true contender.
Yeah, I think Goody making this comment, it can't be about just Matt LaFleur. It also has to be about him. When you talk about not being able to finish games, well, what do you expect from a team that you consistently want to get rid of older guys and bring in younger guys? It takes for guys to have times to take their knocks, get a level of maturity in order to win these games. Even Evan Williams said it himself, and Jason Wilde talks about it all the time, talking about whether or not these guys were mature enough to finish games. There's an immaturity about this team. That's what Evan Williams said. How can you expect to be the youngest team in the NFL every year and expect for them to actually grow? When we're looking at this roster right now, we're debating who's going to come back from the 22 draft class. If you move on from all these guys in the 22 draft class, which I'm not saying you should move on from them, but do understand most of the replacements based off the Goody model are going to be who? Who's he going to replace all these guys with?
Young guys.
Young other guys who are rookies who are going to have to grow into their role. So at a certain point, if you want to learn how to finish games, you need to, continue to build upon a roster where you draft guys and you sign them again so then you can develop with them. But then on top of that, you need to get some adults in the room that are more mature, that have seen a lot of things, that can say, hey, let's calm down for a second, folks. Let's lock in. You don't have that because you have a bunch of pups and young kids on this team. So when Goody says something like this, he needs to look in the mirror and realize this is partially his fault. Does Matt LaFleur wear some of this blame? Absolutely, because he's the guy that is in control of the guys whenever the whistle is blown between the lines. But outside of that, what else are you putting on this team to support them, to build them up? I remember Julius Peppers. A lot of people got mad at Julius Peppers. We got the interception in the playoff game, and he told the guy to go down. He said, go down, and go down, even though he had a chance to score. But that was a leader on a football field thinking he was doing the right thing, saying, hey, we got this game wrapped up in Seattle. You can go down. We're going to run the clock out. But we don't have that level of maturity on our team, and I think that goes to the fact of how Goody has built the roster. We're going to move on from guys, and we're only going to replace them with younger guys. How can you expect a team to learn how to finish when you're constantly turning over the roster and getting younger each and every year?
It's the fascinating offseason. 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. Goody talking about finishing games, right? And for me, it's one of those things where we continue to talk about the resources that they have to change the roster, right? Who are they going to restructure? Who are they going to let go? Not having a first-round pick, although he struggled with first-round picks, it's a lack of an asset that you have. Typically, even though he hasn't drafted this way, he likes to draft on potential. You can likely get a guy, in theory, if they go outside his comfort zone, that could make an impact earlier than some of the other first-round picks, i.e. Matthew Golden, who had to sit behind wide receivers, Jordan Morgan, who hasn't played left tackle since Rasheed Walker beat him out when he was drafted as a left tackle, Lucas Van Ness, who is a 13th overall pick that is not popping off of the page, a guy who we talked about as a rotational guy who didn't necessarily start or moved inside, moved outside at Iowa. Like, Kyle, you've been banging this drum from a draft standpoint that you want guys that are productive in college, which I agree, that will help. But what also matter is free agency. If you're going to move on from some of these 2022 free agents that you drafted, then who are you replacing them with? Because if it's young guys again, then also, do they have the experience on good teams finishing games? Because like McKinney and Jacobs were on bad teams. Not that they're bad leaders, but again, there's a when you have guys that are around winning all the time, it is a feeling that you just gravitate towards, and like you're like, oh, that guy gets it. He's done it. He's been there. There's a confidence level when you look to the guy on the right, and you look to the guy on the left, and you guys have felt it before. And I think this team's still trying to figure out how to like feel it and live it and breathe it all the time.
Yeah, when it comes to what you're talking about, there's a sense of experience that you have to learn how to lose games. You have to learn how to win games. You have to be on winning teams that know how to put teams away. You have to be on losing teams that know how to build something that only comes from experience. And you guys might be right. Kyle, you might be exactly right that Goody does need to push the envelope more for getting some more experience, some more seasoned vets on this team. But the problem is, he doesn't feel that way. He said just now, I like the makeup of our team. I like the team that we put together. I like the guys in my locker room. If he went up there and said, you know what, we are really talented, but we need a little bit more leadership. We need a little bit more experience. I would say he's listening to us. He's listening to you, Kyle. He's listening to us saying, you know what, maybe some over 30-year-old guys to lead the way, but you'll be a stopgap for some of these other players. He sees that clearly. The problem is Goody is convinced that he is doing what it takes, his process is accurate, and they have everything they need, that they don't need older guys in order to make this run. So I agree with you. That is so important to the makeup and the fabric of a team. But I think Goody is convinced, I have exactly what I need. My process doesn't need changing. It's all a matter of just executing from here. And I just don't know what it's going to take. If this hasn't convinced him already, that maturity and a lack thereof needs to be infused into this locker room based on blowing leads, because the players are on the field too. It's not just Matt LaFleur. The players
and Kyle referenced a player who talked about maturity.
That's right. If that doesn't prompt him to thinking, you know what, maybe I should add some veterans, I don't know what will.
Well, Ralph chimes in as he says, you know what else you can do to cure the immaturity? Have good coaching, and somebody's not worried.
LaFleur hate today, because when I look at this team, the Packers are stuck in this cycle. That sometimes leaders don't always come from within. Sometimes leaders come when you add additional leadership on this team. Now, Reggie White is completely different because he's an incredible football player and was the greatest ever to put on a jersey, but he was a veteran presence. Charles Woodson, when he came to the Green Bay Packers, what did he bring? He brought veteran leadership, and he was able to teach other guys how to be great veterans. I remember when Donald Driver came to this football team, and, I don't remember when he came here, but when he was here, one thing that he taught all the receivers after him is yak matter, blocking matter. And that's what you saw at Jordy Nelson. That's where you saw at Randall Cobb. That's where you saw at Devontae Adams. What you saw at James Jones. They understood that was the level of effort and passion that you played with, is that not only do you make plays catching the football, you also block down the field. The Packers are missing that type of leadership from this roster, and I think that falls on to Goody. Matt LaFleur, yes, he can be better, but until Goody decides to change up the formula and give the Green Bay Packers more of a veteran presence, bring in a 29 or 30-year-old who has been successful somewhere else, who can be serviceable for you, then the Green Bay Packers will continue to struggle to get to the ultimate place they want to be. We haven't won a Super Bowl in 15 years, and a lot of that has to do with the development of talent and the talent that we have on this football team.
Well, I'm seeing a mix. I'm seeing a mix of, Matt LaFleur, and I totally agree with 21-3. I don't care who was on that field. As a head coach, your culture and roster should have been able to close out that game no matter who was out there. And then I also see the argument of talent and immaturity. So the question would be to me is Matt LaFleur holding back Goody's talent and players, or is Goody holding back Matt LaFleur with talent and players? Who's holding who back?
How many of these players?
Whoa. Why don't you think about it for a second and get to me on the other side? Who's holding who back? Is Goody holding LaFleur back, or is LaFleur holding Goody and what he's bringing him back? Is it the ingredients, or is it the chef? 800-990-3776. That's the Carpus Talk and Text line. Brad, tell us.
Yeah, when it comes to being able to kick back, relax, and my go-to beverage, that is, of course, is a Carbless. And if you're looking for a guilt-free experience, then you know Carbless is the way to go. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 100 calories, gluten-free, and the oh-so-perfect Goldilocks level of carbonation. Not too much, not too little. Just has to be tasted to be believed. And KBN Nation, you know this. Blood Orange, so popular in the Tropical Bliss variety pack that it now has its own 4-pack, but when it hits the shelves, within seconds, it's being swept right off. Retailers having a hard time keeping it in inventory. That's how much it is. So if you see Blood Orange 4-pack on the shelves, you make sure you grab it. But if you don't see that, mango is a delicious choice as well. Man, when you pour that mango, you see the yellow, reflective, the color that it is. It feels like you're in a tropical paradise, something you need right now in the cold Wisconsin weather. It is always bold on flavor. That is Carbless. So if you want to have a guilt-free and a bold flavor experience, then less is more with Carbless.
Is it the chef or is it the ingredients? Matt LaFleur or Goody, who's holding who back? Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
His career success rate was 51%. That's trash.
That is trash. That's really bad.
I'm Ricky Henderson in 1923. I want y'all to understand that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, presented by Old Fashioned Golf, is back at the Mosh Performance Center in Franklin, March 13th through the 15th. The show has been reimagined with a simple goal: turn it into Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. That's why Vibes Golf Club, a group of golf-loving former Badger football players, including Melvin Gordon, will be at the show all 3 days. Plus, Bridgestone will be doing some ball fittings, and Carl's Place will be powering Simulator Alley. To learn more, log on to GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com.
Frank Daniels, our Madison Goldsmith, has an idea.
Bring him in.
Hey, Rick. Hey, Sarah. Hi, Monica.
It's great to see you, Frank. What's your idea?
It's a new company policy.
Let's hear it.
You know the world-famous Kessler's warranty?
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple. Even if you lose a diamond, including the center stone, we'll replace it. All maintenance is free forever. Yes, it really is that miraculous.
Every time I hear that warranty, it blows my mind.
I propose we have a jewelry cleaning policy that's as amazing as that warranty.
What would it say?
Bring us your jewelry and we'll professionally clean it. While you wait, for free. You can come in as often as you want, and we don't care where you bought your jewelry. The only thing that matters is that you want it to look amazing again. We want that too.
I vote yes.
I vote yes. I vote yes. The motion carries.
Congratulations, Frank. Your idea is now company policy.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and 0% financing for 36 months plus $500 off your project. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
2026 Brewers tickets are on sale now. This year, it all kicks off at our house with opening day at home, followed up with a schedule that's absolutely loaded. Throw in the same flair for the dramatic thrills on any given night. Plus Brewers giveaways you won't forget. And you've got a season you're going to have to see to believe. Don't miss a second of Brewers action this year. The crew is back for more. All Brewers tickets for the 2026 season are on sale now at Brewers.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Is it the ingredients that Goody's giving LaFleur? Or is it Chef LaFleur cooking with those ingredients in the game? 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Ben, Kyle, Brad, Stro running the show. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Right off the rip, Jamie/Jaime. The ingredients, the problem. Goody's inability to draft, especially your first-round picks, has made a difference and killed this team year after year. LaFleur can only do so much with what he's got. Jaws. Goody's arrogance and hubris have been and will be his undoing. Matt LaFleur isn't blameless, but Goody has been the GM there a long time, and the results, roster-wise, remain the same.
Well, KBN Nation might feel that way. But it's Goody who is propping up Matt LaFleur. Now, let's not say that Goody is perfect now and this roster is not perfect. I've been plenty critical of not adding veterans, of missed first-round draft picks, et cetera, et cetera. But you can't blame Goody's thought process and his reasoning behind this team. Now, I don't think they're Super Bowl ready, like he might think. But there's no doubt that this team was much more capable last season than what they were able to put on the field. Because they're right, there were moments even in the games that they lost. All three Chicago Bear games, they look great. They were able to hang on to at least one of them. But the other two that they lost, particularly the playoff game, how can you convince me that Goody's the problem when a team that is firing on all cylinders looks so darn good, and then something can happen, adjustments can be made, they come out flat, and then they look horrible. The inconsistency, the lack of game situations, the lack of ability to put it together consistently is all pointed toward coaching. So this roster is not Super Bowl ready in my opinion, but they are much more than an annual 7 seed and an annual first round exit. They just are. They should be getting to the divisional round, maybe even the NFC Championship game, because that's who they are, and they've shown that all throughout the year. They just can't put it together situationally. So even though Goody is speaking with some pride and some ego up there saying, listen, the team's fine, it's just situational, I think he might be a little bit wrong in self-awareness, but he's right as a matter of fact.
Well, does this come from the fact that you had some NFL coaches that were different than Matt LaFleur? You had a little bit more of some hard asses.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But even back to college with Bielema, then Ron Rivera, Gus Bradley, and Doug Marrone, they were all more ruled with an iron fist than, maybe not Gus Bradley, but than Matt LaFleur. And I think that that's more of an effective way to coach. I think Matt LaFleur is very well liked. I think he has an outstanding offensive mind. But I think that some things kind of creep through his fingers when it comes to situational football, when it comes to culture setting. And I just think that those are the things that hold the Green Bay Packers back. And there's just no doubt that you can see there's a lack of toughness and a lack of preparedness, at least for sure, when things are going wrong for the Green Bay Packers. So I'm not sure that I would just fire Matt LaFleur and then figure it out from there. I think he's at least a top half head coach. You need a great upgrade, but this team doesn't have some of those qualities that you need to be a Super Bowl team from a coaching standpoint.
Well, we have now some preach Brad. It's not all on LaFleur. It's not all Goody. It's on LaFleur. I know where Kyle's probably going to go.
Yeah, for me, I think it's pretty obvious that it's on Goody, right? And when you look up and down the draft classes, the one thing that I look at is how many guys did he draft since 2018 were the ones who got away after they left the Packers? You can only think of one player that the Packers traded away, which was Cole Van Landen, who they traded him away, is the one that got away. The rest of the guys, when they leave, and Eric Stokes had a decent year this year on a terrible Las Vegas Raiders team. But when you're looking like when guys move on and they don't have great careers after that, I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, man, this is a problem on our head coaching staff or our coaching staff. No, this is a problem when it comes to drafting and evaluating talent. The Packers have drafted so many different players since 2018, and not a lot of these guys who left the Green Bay Packers have gone on to have amazing careers, incredible careers. Where we're like, oh man, we regret letting Micah Hyde lead the Green Bay Packers. And so that is what I look to, is that this isn't just a Packers a coaching issue. This is a lack of evaluating talent and lack of Goody being able to find the right guys to fit onto this team. And he's done a decent job the last couple of years of drafting guys, so it has gotten better. It has most definitely improved. But to me, when you fail early on in the draft, the foundation of what this roster should be built on is guys from 2020 and 2021. Those drafts, he failed the Green Bay Packers. 2019, he failed the Green Bay Packers, and that's why they're in the situation and predicament that they're in now. If Rashawn Gary ended up hitting, if Darnell Savage ended up hitting, then you're not talking about having to spend all the extra draft capital to draft multiple safeties / a nickel in Javon Bullard. You're not talking about having to spend all that money to bring in a Xavier McKinney because you already have one of the studs on your roster. And so when I look at the failures of Goody, I think that is shown on this roster where you don't have depth this year. The offensive line was atrocious, and that was a position of need that he thought he was going to go in and reinvent the offensive line, and it did not work. He struck out, and the quarterback that he paid $55 million a year was running for his life at the end of the season.
Oh, man. You know why this...
Concussed!
But you're talking...
You know why this is really tough?
Neither are without blame.
Correct.
Neither of them are
This
perfect.
is why when the extensions came out for both, it was like a debate of like, if you had to choose one, who would you choose? And that's why we're still having the conversation about each of them in a different way now after each of them talks. After each of them talks, you probably are like, oh, yeah. Since Goody talked today, it's very easy to look at Matt LaFleur. If Matt LaFleur talked, it'd be very easy to look at the roster around him and maybe say, well, Matt did do a lot with what he had. And when Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons did go out, the team probably wasn't set up for success based off the depth and the pieces that Goody put around him, a.k.a. looking back at the drafts, a.k.a. looking at Nate Hobbs and Aaron Banks that you spent money on in the offseason that absolutely, I wouldn't say nothing, but I would say definitely lived down to expectations.
Who didn't do? Nate Hobbs didn't do anything for this team.
I mentioned Aaron Banks and Nate Hobbs in together, so it was hard for me to say didn't do anything. Because Aaron Banks was at least on the field.
He got decent at the end of the season. Not nearly his contract, but he got decent by the end of the year.
So, again, it's a revolving door of if this is the setup with the organization, how are Packer fans going to feel confident about the offseason? Right? Because if Goody does things the same way, why should we expect Matt LaFleur, after seeing him for the last 7 years, change the results of where they've been going? Like, and vice versa.
Well,
that's my problem.
Well, and that's what's because we could go back and forth, but Ben's exactly right. Like, neither of these guys are perfect, right? They're far from perfect, but they're both good. And you just wondered, okay, another year of 7th seed, another year of getting bounced in the first round. Something must change, right? But when you hear Goody talk, it sounds like he's plenty confident in his process. It feels like he didn't feel like he made any mistakes along the way. And then you look at Matt LaFleur.
I don't know, Kyle.
Ain't no way in the world he saw Nate Hobbs last year on the field and said to himself, boy, that was money well
You got to
spent.
think. You got to remember.
Likes this team.
He traded for Micah Parsons.
Bravo.
I know, bravo. But when you trade for Micah Parsons and he is not out there, you're thinking to yourself, well, I did my job, because if Micah wasn't hurt, look what we have when we get him back next year. We get Tucker Kraft. It's going to be really unlikely that both of them get hurt again. We were pretty beat up in some very key spots for this team.
Christian Watson when he's healthy.
Like, there's a lot of things he can look at and feel confident about.
Listen,
and that's why GMs don't turn over, because they can do enough good things to point at and share with everyone. Look at what I've built.
I fully understand. But this is the sport of football where 31 other teams are failures. period. That's what it is. And if you're part of the 31 other teams that are failures, with the Green Bay Packers have consistently been over the last decade, is completely failing, you have to look at, what do I need to do to get better? Where did I fail at this year? And it is clear to me that the Packers failed in free agency. The trade for Micah Parsons was a home run, but you failed in free agency, and it hurt your team. You were the one who helped make a decision to move Elton Jenkins from an all-pro type player at the guard position to center, and it was a complete disaster. You brought in Aaron Banks, it was a complete disaster. You let this football team walk into the season with just having Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine and Nate Hobbs, who had injury issues at the corner position, and it ended up burning you. That is on you. The coaches can only do so much with the talent that you handed him. He handed them average talent at that corner position, and we all saw it, and now it is on him to fix that. On the offensive line, he drafted a guy in Jordan Morgan that has not been able to pop or prove himself once currently right now. So until he rectifies these, I'm putting the blame on Goody.
Well, we're going to be joined coming up next. What a treat on Kyle Brust Nortman to be joined by the voice of the Badgers. Matt Lepay is going to be joining us next. Before we get to Matt, I do need you to tell us, Kyle, about Ric Flair, because you're our wrestling guy.
Woo! Y'all know I love me some Ric Flair, because you know he a limousine riding, jet flying, kiss.
Who's Ric Flair?
Who's Ric Flair?
Ric Flair. I'm sorry. LaFleur. Woo! With Ric Flair. And make sure on March 27th at the Riverside Theater, you'll have your chance to see Ric Flair join Thanasis Antetokounmpo as he hosts Analysis Live. This isn't just a cameo. This isn't a 5-minute interview. This is a full live show with high energy, unfiltered storytelling, behind-the-scene moments you've never heard. And if you know Thanasis, you know my boy is going to be bringing the juice, the energy, the laughs, and all of the surprises. And when Ric Flair grabs that mic, you know it's going to be a great time. So make sure you go and get your tickets today for the Analysis Live Show by visiting TALiveshow.com. That is TALiveshow.com, taking place March 27th at the Riverside Theater, and it's presented by Gruber Law Offices in Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Woo!
Voice of the Badgers, Matt Lepay, joins Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
Transformers, Megan Fox.
No, I would say Megan Fox, we all good, but 7:45, we're starting to go. You got to transform your ass up out of here.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw. Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments. Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog. Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Wisconsin Dells senior Ashaya Hopkins. Hopkins has been the driving force behind the Chiefs' remarkable 23-0 regular season, leading one of the state's top teams into the postseason undefeated. Hopkins erupted for 44 points in a 104-19 win over Watoma, knocking down 10 three-pointers and setting school records in the process. She has consistently produced at a high level all season, delivering big scoring nights and helping Wisconsin Dells control games from start to finish. Now with the postseason underway, the Chiefs look to carry their unbeaten momentum into a deep tournament run. Congratulations to Ashaya Hopkins, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Inbounds pass to Brust across half court. He'll hoist one up. He hit it! Ben Brust for three! Let's play 5 more minutes in Madison!
Audio courtesy of the Badgers Radio Network. That is the voice of Matt Lepay, who is joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Matt's out in Oregon. You enjoying the West Coast, Mr. Lepay?
It's raining. Stunning development out here in the Pacific Northwest. Hey, did we celebrate Ben Brust Day appropriately? I did post that highlight of yours, the 13-year anniversary. What was that, like February 13th, Ben? Was that what it was?
February 9th, Matt. Yes, I will. Obviously, that is sketched into the brain forever.
Do you not know Ben Brust?
You're pretty quick to know that date, Ben.
He knows the day. Do you not know?
February 9th.
You can't gas this guy's head up or geek him up at all, because you give him an inch, he'll take more than a mile, 25 miles. So we can't celebrate Ben Brust Day.
Oh, I had to post it, for celebrating Ben Brust Day that is now a tradition unlike any other. So sorry, fellas.
No, it's okay. Now you've made me so much more confident for the rest of the day, the rest of the show. So I'm feeling great. And before we dive into some fun stuff, I do want to say that it is some exciting news because, Matt, you and I were together at the Majestic in Brookfield. I saw you at the Marcus Point Cinema as well on Thursday, going back a couple weeks. But A Road at Night, the documentary chronicling Howard Moore and his tragedy and his journey, is extended through March 5th in both Marcus Point and the Majestic in Brookfield. So the Madison and Milwaukee areas have an opportunity. So go to aroadatnight.com to get your tickets. Anything in our interactions or anything that you want to share on that regard, Matt?
Yeah, it's great news. That was a great bit of info we got via text message this morning about that, and it says so much about Howard Moore that many of us have known for a long time. But it says a lot about the people in both the Madison area and the Milwaukee area to go out and see the movie. I know it was put together pretty quickly over at Majestic Point and Majestic Cinema, I should say, Brookfield. It was really kind of rapid fire getting that going, but it seems like the audiences are getting bigger by the day, and it's such as Ben, as you know, and anybody who's seen it, it is a difficult documentary to watch, but it's really important to see it. It just the unimaginable tragedy that has hit that family, and yet Howard continues to get better. I know you talked about it the other night. I think that the Howard Moore that we saw return to the Kohl Center a couple of years ago versus the Howard Moore that we had a chance to visit with him a couple of weeks ago. He continues to progress. It's small steps, but he is getting better, and it's so heartwarming to see the outpouring of support from your basketball family, from the community. And you don't have to be a Badger fan to appreciate this story.
You just need to be a human being.
Can't thank him enough.
I think that's a really important part. You just need to be a human being. If you have a heartbeat, this movie will touch you in some way, shape, or form. So that's a roadatnight.com. Again, a roadatnight.com, as Matt Lepay, the voice of the Badgers, joins us here on Kyle, Brust Nortman. And I think as we're in the heart of basketball season, even I was on a call earlier today, and there's people that obviously miss the days of the Brad Nortmans and all of the people that were there for 4 years, and they grow a relationship. And I think what's cool about what Greg Gard's been able to do, although evolving the way that they play, he focused on getting a Nolan Winter and a John Blackwell back. And so you have a couple familiar faces who are talented while bringing in 3 very talented scorers in the portal. For you, watching both basketball and football, what's the biggest thing you've noticed in terms of marrying the success of a foundation plus portal?
It is different. You're right. I mean, watching your career, watching Brad's career, Hall of Famer Brad Nortman now, by the way. Congrats, Brad.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
I like that. Matt knows his stuff.
Well, I try to do my homework, man. I try. But yeah, it's different when you get to know guys through 4 or 5 years as opposed to 6 to 8 months. But I think with what Greg has done and continues to do, he and his staff, they still recruit good dudes, talented players. Obviously, Nick Boyd put on another show on Sunday against Iowa. John Tonje was terrific last year. I guess it's really easy to say someone's a good dude when he's averaging 20 points a game like John did a year ago. But they do seem to find the kind of players who fit. And I would even, AJ Storr, even though, it's the school of the year for him, everybody seemed to like him when he was here, and he obviously was a highlight reel with what he could do. So they've been able to, it's a little bit different, Ben, now in that the core is a little smaller than what we even saw last year with this team. You mentioned Winter and Blackwell, Jack Janicki, Isaac Gard. Isaac's been in the program start to finish. But they had 8 newcomers. So it maybe took a while for these guys to start to click, and they're still trying to get better defensively. But they still, even though they're evolving and they play with more pace, they score, there are still those things that, like if you watch a practice, Ben, you walked in there and everything's going to flash back. All the drills they do at the beginning of practice, that hasn't changed. There's still a lot of things with the program that has not changed and hopefully never will.
Believe it or not, Matt, I never thought this would come out of my mouth. I do get frustrated watching the defense. I understand why it would be hard. I understand why it would be hard to mold it in, because obviously it was 4 years and you built the system. And if you didn't master the system, you didn't play, because it's not easy. But as somebody who is not known defensively, it's hard for me sometimes to be like, how did he just get to the right side with his right hand and make a layup? We don't do that.
Yeah, it's different. It is. And I think some of these guys would tell you that, if it's terminology or maybe the previous programs they were at, it wasn't as big of an emphasis as it is here. So it is different seeing Wisconsin win games 91-88 or 92-90. It's been a long time since they've been in those kind of games. But I guess the flip side is they say people love offense. So you watch Wisconsin basketball and you're going to probably see good offense most of the time by Wisconsin, but maybe more often than what we're used to seeing from the teams they're playing too.
Matt, I got to shift gears to my beloved football team. And just based on what you're seeing, because you see things that we don't see and we don't have access to, what are the reasons for optimism for this Badger football program, both in 2026 and going forward?
Well, I think, Brad, and I say this mostly sight unseen. I mean, I have not seen all of these newcomers yet, and won't until spring ball. And even then, I don't want to start fooling myself. We're not going to know until they start playing for real against Notre Dame at Lambeau Field. But I think the one thing, and I want to give Luke Fickell and his staff every benefit of the doubt. It seems now that they have increased resources to be able to acquire talent, or recruit, acquire, however you want to word it. And it seems as though they have been, by and large, able to get those names at the top of their board. You know what I mean? Now you're never going to hear a coach say, "Well, this guy's actually option 6, at the running back spot." But we'll do the best we can. But it just seems as though, and I don't cover the recruiting. You would need to ask, those who do that. But it by all accounts, it seems like they've been able to get the players that they had thought were their top targets. Colton Joseph seems very intriguing with what he did at quarterback at Old Dominion, his ability to use his feet and all of that. But I mentioned this to Wildy and Tausch and other shows I've been on. I don't want to be the conductor of the hype train quite yet, because I don't know. And I don't know of anybody who covers this team on a daily basis who can honestly tell you that, yeah, we know they're going to win 9-10 games this year. They're going to be a contender. I don't know that. It'd be great if they are. But I'm intrigued. I think that's the best word I can put on it, Brad, is I'm intrigued with this group. It seems like they have a pretty deep running back room. Fingers crossed that the quarterback position can A, stay healthy, and B, be productive. Because if that answer is yes, then you feel like they're going to have a fighter's chance here against the schedule in front of them.
Joining us on Kyle Brust Nortman is the voice of the Badgers, Matt Lepay, as I heard a train go by his hotel room. Hopefully it doesn't come at 2 a.m.
That's a good point. I slept through it last night, so if it did, I missed it, which is good.
Well, my cousin Vinny made me feel that way right there.
No, Matt, you've been around for such a long time. What has it meant for you to be able to see the basketball program and the football program go from what it was when you first got there to being really in, a Final Four, being potentially a game away from going to a college football playoff? What has it meant to see that progress and build up?
That's a mean question. You're aging him on the spot right there.
History, nostalgia.
No, he phrased that very well. He could have, because Ben, if it was you, you'd say, Matt, you're old.
Yeah, you're old, Matt. You've seen it all,
So I thought Kyle did that in a very professional manner. I appreciate that. When I first got here, like the first year I was around Badger football, they won one game.
Mm-hmm.
They had this promotion midway through the season called Circus Day. They brought in circus animals for a halftime show.
Oh, come on! Is this Semi-Pro? The movie was somebody wrestling a tiger?
It was worse. They had to delay the start of the second half because apparently a couple of the elephants were well fed. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So they had to get out the fire hose to spray off the AstroTurf.
Oh, yeah.
I mean.
So every time was it even good fertilizer? Because it was AstroTurf?
Good old turf they had.
Yeah, it'll smear.
Every time I hear about rock bottom, I'm thinking, y'all don't quite know what that is. That was 1988. And to see what Barry Alvarez, what he did, and the way he and his staff hit the ground running here. This is pre-NIL, but they're trying to build a roster. And then they're going out all across the state, meeting with fans, meeting with donors, and getting them to get excited, trying to get everybody excited about Wisconsin football. And a few years later, they're winning the Rose Bowl for the first time in program history. And to see that sustained through Brett, Gary Anderson for a couple of years, and then Paul Christ, what he did, it's what was a pipe dream turned into something that we expected every year as fans, right? You're always going to be in contention. In basketball, too, the first year I was here, they made the NIT. It was a really good team in a year where the Big Ten was great. Michigan won the national championship, but I was kind of jealous of my colleagues who were always in the NCAA tournament, and now these guys are in the NCAA tournament almost every year. You never want to take it for granted, but it's just to see how the bar has been raised for both of those sports. From where it was in the late 80s to where it is right now. I mean, I've been pretty lucky to have a seat for all of this, and to see what you guys, Ben, what you guys did, and Brad, still executing the greatest fake punt in the history of Wisconsin football. It was, those are memories. Those are the kind of things that I think every fan kind of remembers where he or she was when when all of that happened, and it's been pretty cool to see all of that.
I don't know if you could get the tape, but I do know that after we beat Arizona to go to the Final Four for Bo's first Final Four in 2014, I did interview with you courtside. I have no idea what I said or what I was thinking because I was just so happy. So if you can pull that tape, I'd love it. But I'm glad you set me up with Kyle here with how old you are.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You did this, Kyle. You've seen a lot of athletes in your time. If you could take all of the athletes, who in like some of the main sports would be the flashiest with their NIL money if they got it over the last 30 years?
Oh, the flashiest. Oh, that's a great question. That's I'm trying to think of your group. Flashy. I'm not sure that would come to mind.
No, yeah, I guess we have a lot of blue collar looking dudes, a lot of white buzz cuts.
I'll tell you what. I saw. Go football first. I saw Melvin Gordon last spring, and he was looking good, man. He was already dressed. He was the best dressed dude in the room. So I'm thinking if he has the true NIL cash, that would have been pretty impressive with him. Russell Wilson,
Mike Kelly obviously would have been really flashy. Josh Gosser, we had so many flashy guys.
That. Yeah, Matt. When Russell Wilson showed up as a transfer, I remember we all have our mopeds. He rolled up in a Mercedes. And I was like, dang, Russ. So you're not wrong there.
Way to go, Russ. I don't know, Brad. What do you think? Brady Ewing? He would have probably been.
That's all about glam right there.
John Moffitt. Those guys. How about Saleh? Tariq Saleh probably. He would have flunked it, don't you think?
He's still living off of the Barry Alvarez dime to this day.
Forever on scholarship.
Correct. Him and Derek Engler for sure. Great teammates of ours. Matt, we could do this all day, but I think to close again, so great being with you on Saturday this past weekend, talking to, I don't want to say it, I was going to say Badger fans, but people in attendance, because it's anybody that will enjoy the documentary A Road at Night, aroadatnight.com, chronicling Howard Moore and his family's tragedy, but kind of uplifting. It's a range of every emotion possible, and all of the ticket sales go to his long-term cares. He's been dealing with a lot since the car accident in which he lost his wife and daughter. So, Matt, thank you for your involvement and saying yes to all the things to help with this documentary A Road at Night, and look forward to having some success through March 5th at the Majestic in Brookfield and Marcus Point in Madison. You can go see it through March 5th at aroadatnight.com.
I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, absolutely. aroadatnight.com and domorefor34.com. MOORE, domorefor34.com if you are so inclined to help. So great to be on with you guys. I appreciate it.
Have a good West Coast trip, and we'll see you soon, Matt.
All right, sounds good. Take care.
Matt Lepay, voice of the Badgers. I mean,
this is cool.
Every time I talk to Matt, he's so comforting. Like it's that voice. It's just
the voice,
the memory.
Persona,
you hear it and you just think of somewhere you were when you were hearing him talk about something legendary for the Badgers.
Well, I remember.
Doesn't get old.
He's been the voice of the Badgers for our entire life. So I remember listening to the radio, driving around with my dad, listening to Badger games. And so when I eventually played for them, got to meet Matt Lepay for the first time.
Mr. Lepay!
My first interview with him, I'm not going to maybe admit this to Matt. Maybe I will. I was a little starstruck.
I think he got
starstruck, Matt.
Hearing his voice join us today, we here in Wisconsin have been so lucky to have the Ukers, to be able to have the Lepays, even Rock in the booth when Brian Anderson has turned into that, to have these guys that have been here for so long doing the broadcast, Jim Paschke as well, and Ted Davis back in the day. So I just enjoy the fact that we've had these guys who are here for 20-plus years being the storytellers of our sports that we below.
Well, we did talk a little bit about Greg Gard and what the basketball team's doing and Matt out in Oregon, but just know if you are listening to ESPN Wisconsin, you're going to hear Greg Gard talk about Bank CMG and how much he trusts them, and he wouldn't trust them if he didn't believe in it, because that's kind of who he is. If he believes in something, he goes to get it. We just talked about that, and that's what I believe in. I have the personal banking with Bank CMG for 7 months now, and literally last night, the title company came to my house as I'm in the process of closing on Friday for my new mortgage with the all-in-one loan from Bank CMG. It is an amazing product, so I'm not just paying a boatload of interest. I can pay down the principal, get more equity in my home if my life changes and we want to grow our family and grow where we want to be. It is a life-changing and game-changing product that I'm telling you, you should go to bankcmg.com or stop by a local branch to learn more about what they can do in the community, what they can do in the banking world, what they can do in the mortgage world. They have it all together at bankcmg, bankcmg.com, or visit a local branch and tell them, Greg Gard, Ben Brust, heard about them, talk about you. You got to tell us what you got. bankcmg.com. Thanks to Matt Lepay. Continue on with Kyle, Brust, and Nortman next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Cardless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Cardless talk and text line. This is more.
Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. February is all about love, and while you're out here showing love to your partner, don't forget about a place that shows up for you every single day, your home. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's a real deal, and there's no limit. You'll also get 0% interest for 36 months, $500 off your next home improvement project. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Navigating today's complex market takes more than a bank. It takes a strategic partner. Fifth Third Bank helps businesses manage risk and solve financial challenges with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making. With 167 years of experience and nearly 20 years serving Milwaukee, Fifth Third delivers solutions like commercial payments, capital structure optimization, and risk mitigation. Big enough for sophisticated solutions, local enough to make decisions that matter. Connect with the Fifth Third Milwaukee team today. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Heck yeah! It's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stro for my friends at Robert Hack Diamonds. Listen, when it came to buying an engagement ring for my now fiance, I had no idea what I was doing, which is why I went to the team at Robert Hack. I heard her say words like radiant cut and solitaire, but to be real honest, I didn't really know what that meant. So I wrote it down, I brought it to the team at Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield, and they knocked it out of the park. It's true, if you've never been through this process before, the team at Robert Hack are absolute experts. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, Brookfield South, and Brookfield North. If you're looking to take the next step like I did, and your girlfriend maybe is posting things on her Pinterest page or is showing you pictures, bring it into Robert Hack. They'll do their best to duplicate a dream ring for her. just like they did for my fiance. Moral of the story, if you were like me and you want to start, you just don't really know where, the answer's clear. Visit one of the 3 Robert Hack locations in the Milwaukee area. Just like me, at the end, you'll say, "Hack yeah," with Robert Hack Diamonds. And RobertHackDiamonds.com, that's RobertHackDiamonds.com.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
If you're headed to a Milwaukee Bucks game, you know where to go. It's Potawatomi Sportsbook to catch a shuttle to Five-Star Forum. Free parking at Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing area, sportsbook, so many different things. Bingo, slots, table games. Can't wait to get over there on Wednesday for the week of wagering. Play a little bit. After you purchase a bet or a drink, you can get a wristband. Next thing you know, boop, you can get on a shuttle. First come, first serve from the Annex. Next to the sportsbook, they depart 1 hour and 15 minutes before the game. Return shuttles begin third quarter, runs nonstop until 1 hour after the game. Bet above the rest. Potawatomi Casino Hotel and their amazing sportsbook. Big shout out to Matt Lepay for joining us. He's just the best.
Yes, he is. We are so blessed to have a voice and a man like that.
I was gonna say, the person. The person is like he's just as good as a person as he is broadcaster.
He knew my name.
Something.
How about? I mean, he knew it was Kyle Brust Nortman. He knew Brust Nortman, so he just had to remember the first.
That's called process of elimination.
Hey, some people don't know. Some people don't know. So it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, people come on and say it's Ben Brust and his sidekicks.
Yeah, they sure do. People who are good Karma Brands employees. So I mean, yeah.
Oh man. Again, I think it is really fascinating to see how this next football season plays out. We ran the Monte Carlo yesterday, which is our
200,000 simulations
of the Badgers' schedule with portal rankings and recruiting classes, looking back at the strength of schedules, this year's strength of schedule, and the most likely scenario, which was not a crazy high percentage, so there's a lot of variance there, I think was 26% chance of all the results that they go 6-6. Was that right, Stro, according to my calculations? So, again, that would according to
your calculations,
according to the
200,000 simulations.
Yes,
I almost fell off my feet on that.
6-6 was the most likely result.
So thrilling 6-6.
Them hands he just waved look so ready for the combine.
I know. I can't. Yes, we
flailing.
For those who have never listened to Kyle Brust Nortman, just know that last year Alex Strofe did a combine where he ran a 3-cone drill, and Tucker Kraft said this is embarrassing. He's got millions of views, being made fun of all across the world, which is very deserving. He's going for a chance of redemption.
Is he mentally ready for this again?
No, of course not.
He's taking it very lightly.
But what we got to do is we have a special guest coming up for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Yeah, bowling for babies.
800-990-3776. Am I 3-3-1?
I think so.
I'm on pace to hit the over this year. I have 3 wins in If I get to 4 wins in February, you guys are cooked.
Oh, you're way ahead of me.
800-990-3776. Let's go with caller number 8 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? You get 15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. Now, Strofe, are they picking a question asker, or has this already been given to Kristin Brey? All right. 800-990-3776. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? Again, 15 questions, 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. If you get through them all, you can come back to it. But I'm on a heater right now, so good luck. 800-990-3776. Are you smarter than Ben Brust? In 2 minutes.
Many wins. Many, 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 many wins. Waiting at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This February, you could break the bank and get down with a share of $300,000 in prizes. Bust out your rewards card and play to earn entries. It all goes down with Thursday drawings. Break the bank. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
At Associated Bank, we know it's not always fun thinking about saving. You know what is fun? Not thinking about it. That's why we call it automated savings. You save automatically. How much you want, how often you want, for whatever you want. And if you don't know how much to save, well, that's why we're here. We'll suggest an amount so you hit your target without ever thinking about it. See, saving can be fun, especially when it's automatic. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, it's all about the NBA trade deadline with Marcus and Chris. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. But you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Toscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
This is Wisconsin basketball head coach Greg Gard. This is 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD2, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
That's right, you are kicking it with KBN. I am Brad Nortman, right in front of me, still looking so swaggy in his backward hat.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay.
Oh.
Stro, I don't know why you hating on me. I didn't do anything
I guess you
to
didn't chime in.
I like the hat. I just don't think he looks swaggy.
Oh, wow.
Well,
okay.
you are the
Personal
king of ugly,
shots.
so maybe I am a little oogly today if you said it.
Well, I am Brad Nortman. Kyle Wallace right there. You just heard the voice of Alex Stro, the maestro of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, and a very special guest today. Very special guest. We have Kristin Brey from 620 WTMJ. She hosts Point Taking with Steve Scapidi from 10 to noon every day, and she is our guest question asker today for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. When I was first asked, I thought I had to compete against Ben, which I was excited about.
We don't want to embarrass him.
But I'm also happy being the question.
You'd be running laps with him. But you did say you took a peek at the questions and you gave Stro some credit.
Yeah.
These aren't necessarily layups.
Especially, they have 15 seconds?
90 seconds.
90 seconds.
Yep.
15 seconds. 15 questions in 90 seconds.
I will break down all the rules for Kristin to follow because she is going to be our guest question asker. We've got Brian in Belleville today, and she's going to be talking about an awesome event that she is leading. We're bowling with babies. Want to just give a little bit of information about what that is?
Absolutely. So March 7th, Village Bowl, Menominee Falls. We are going to raise money for Milwaukee Diaper Mission by bowling.
Yeah.
And so we're doing a 9-pin bowling tournament. And a lot of Good Karma Brands talent is going to be there. Kyle's going to be there. Ben's going to be there. I'll be there. Jen's going to be there, she even said. And so...
forget about me too, Kristin. That's fine.
Alex is going to be there.
Easily forgettable.
So super fun day. But also, so we're raising money for an awesome mission called Milwaukee Diaper Mission. They, throughout this county of Milwaukee, raise money, get diapers for families that can't afford diapers. And Brad, I know you know, and I know Ben knows, diapers are not cheap.
They're not cheap, and the rate at which babies go through them, speaking with having 3 babies at home, they go through them like crazy. And you just imagine, I take it for granted, but I couldn't imagine the people that literally are rolling through diapers and couldn't afford them. What an incredible cause.
Yeah, because if you think about it, keeping a baby in a dirty diaper just because you don't have another diaper, like you never want to be in that position.
Heartbreaking.
Right? And so we're raising money for them. But the fun part of this is that for the winning team, which cannot be a Good Karma brand employee, but the winning team, I have donated my personal 4 Packer tickets to an agreed upon game. And then they also get that foursome also gets to go to the Thunder Trio before and after the game. So it's a pretty big package. Like the package for the winning team is a pretty good.
That's legit.
That's
that
a great package, and you get to hang out with some of KBN, myself,
Exactly.
Ben, Stro, and so it'd be super exciting. Where can people sign up at?
So we've been saying if you text baby to the WTMJ talk and text line, which is 855-616-1620. It's also WTMJcares.com. Super easy. All of our information is on there. You'll register at there's an Eventbrite page. You get a team of 4. So it's 170 people for a team of 4. But just like I said, one Packer ticket is basically $170. So,
but more importantly, I mean, supporting this, babies who need diapers and a diaper mission in Milwaukee is something that's important.
It's very important. Honestly, I've been involved with the organization for basically since my toddler was born. So about 2.5 years. And they do great work. Mariah Antetokounmpo is a really big proponent of this organization. Speaking of that, we do have some in the silent auction. We have some signed gear from Thanalysis.
Oh,
we have some really good donations that we've gotten for the silent auction, which is not live yet. But yeah, it's great. We're gonna have so much fun.
That is awesome. Well, Kristin is here to lead us through You're Smarter Than Ben Brust. We'll touch on that one more time before we finish, but let's not wait any longer. Let's go ahead and spin it, Strophy.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University. Don't put your life on hold to earn your degree. Build a schedule that fits your needs at lakeland.edu. Also sponsored by Geist Garage Doors, your local trusted garage door company for over 70 years. Don't think twice. Call Geist.
That's right. It is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University and Geist Garage Doors. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and if you get through all of them, we will come back to it if you get through the rest. If you beat Ben Brust, you're going to win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. We have Brian in Belleville today who's going to compete. Brian, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How are you?
I'm feeling great. I love the energy. I love the confidence.
High energy.
Now, I'm going to throw it to Kristin. Now, I will say this. Usually when we have guest speakers or guest question askers come on, Kyle, we look a little bit better by comparison because they aren't pros. Kristin's a pro. So don't look too good now or else you're going to bump us off for good. So I'm going to throw it to you, Kristin, and you're going to count 3, 2, 1 and start the questions and go from there. How does that sound?
Sounds good. We know how to do that.
All right.
All right, Brian. 3, 2, 1. What gas do humans primarily breathe in?
Oxygen.
What gas is required for combustion?
Oxygen.
Which country has won at least one gold medal at every Winter Olympic Games?
Canada.
What country is home to Mount Fuji?
Japan.
What country is home to the city of Budapest?
Hungary.
What does the abbreviation CPU stand for?
Central Processing Unit.
What number is represented by the Roman numeral X?
10.
What mountain range includes Mount Everest?
The Himalayas.
What organ produces insulin?
Pancreas.
What was Salvador Dali's profession?
Artist.
How many times has Jennifer Lopez been married?
3.
What part of the human eye controls how much light enters?
People.
What continent is Egypt located on?
What was it?
What continent is Egypt located on?
Africa.
What country is home to the city of Lisbon?
Spain.
What rock or grunge band? Ooh.
So it counts if he gets it. Last question. If the timer goes out, you finish, and then he has a chance to answer.
All right. What rock or grunge band released the album Nevermind?
Nirvana.
He sounded like he did a really good job.
He cooked.
That is a 2026 high score of 12.
Brian, that was very impressive.
12 or 14?
Yeah, 12. You got through all 15.
You got through all 15.
You got through all 15. And honestly, Jennifer Lopez married. He got that one.
And the only one the Portugal one is the one that is shocking.
Absolutely cooked.
Absolutely cooked. That was hats off.
Yeah, okay. But hey, Ben's coming
Brust.
back in here now. Don't look at the screen.
Ben, it doesn't even matter.
All the things.
This is about bowling for baby today. Go ahead, just take this L, and we're going to talk about bowling for baby. We might as well just hurry up, run through the question.
Yeah, you're against Brian in Belleville today.
They're smart in Belleville.
They're smart. They're smart.
Listen, before, if you said Belleville, I don't know, hell, that's in the country. He's smart. That man probably got a perfect score on his ACT.
Okay.
Yeah, you taking an L, but it's okay. It's about the babies today.
Do you feel good? Do you feel positive with the support from your teammates?
Well, sometimes there's some mind games where they try and say that somebody did good.
Look me in my eye.
I know you're serious. Right? I know, Kyle.
You finna get whooped today.
I already sent T1 to the contest.
All right, let's rock and roll.
All right, do another countdown?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. What gas do humans primarily breathe in?
Oxygen.
What gas is required for combustion?
Carbon dioxide?
Which country has won at least one gold medal at every Winter Olympic Games?
Canada?
What country is home to Mount Fuji?
Mount Fuji. Japan.
What country is home to the city of Budapest?
Hungary.
What does the abbreviation CPU stand for?
CPU. Computer Programming Unit.
What number is represented by the Roman numeral X?
10.
What mountain range includes Mount Everest?
Mountain range. The Himalayas.
What organ produces insulin?
The organ with insulin is your gallbladder?
What was Salvador Dali's profession?
Who?
Is that a pass? Salvador Dali?
Artist.
How many times has Jennifer Lopez been married?
4.
What part of the human eye controls how much light enters?
The pass.
What continent is Egypt on?
Africa.
What country is home to the city of Lisbon?
Portugal.
What rock or grunge band released the album Nevermind?
U2.
Question 12 again.
Didn't you get that?
Well, he passed.
Oh, what part of the human eye controls how much light enters?
The pupil.
Not a bad showing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's a 10 spot.
Really good about myself.
Yeah, 10 spot. You didn't get
that wins 90% of the time.
Yeah, the issue is Brian in Belleville set the high score of the year with a 12.
Damn, I still fought.
You did.
Yeah,
you did. That was really good.
Yeah, I mean, you still took the L, but good
I
job.
had you at like 6, so that was nicely done.
You did good.
The Himalayas, I counted it, even though it's technically wrong. It's just the Himalayas.
Oh, whatever. Himalayan salt, Himalaya.
No, Himalayan mountains.
Yeah, of course. That's what
I'm
it's
with
known
you.
as.
I'm with you.
So what did I miss? I was wondering if you guys forgot about me.
Oh, no.
So we started talking about bowling for babies.
Yes.
Which, by the way, yeah. So are we on? What's the situation here? Are me, Ben, and Kyle on the same team?
We're all on the same team as of right now because I think the thought is because the ideal situation is we have a lot of fans there, and you know how bowling goes. All of a sudden, you're in a conversation and it's your turn to bowl.
Yeah.
So I think the hope is that
I ain't gonna be in conversation. I'm gonna be focused.
Yeah. So all the
Ben is
GKB
very
people,
competitive.
the opportunity to be on the same team because none of us can win. Be on the same team, but also have the opportunity to talk to fans and not get taken away every 2 minutes because we have to go bowl. But we had this conversation on our show today. Are you a good bowler?
Ben's
I'm
very
decent.
good.
I'm
Okay.
Ben's really good.
Because we were talking about the follow
that's
through
a
on
good
the
sign.
basketball shot, and if you have the same follow through on your
No,
bowling.
you
Own a
actually-
ball and shoes?
Yeah.
What's the weight of the ball?
It's a 15-pound Bucky.
15 pounds.
Bucky and Motion W logo on it.
That's very cool.
It's sick.
That's very cool.
How often do you go?
I used to bowl a lot in college, post-college, and then I've been bowled a while. Last time I probably bowled was when I kicked Jesse Nelson's ass from Moldy and Tao.
Does he have a ball, too?
Yeah, he's like a
Jesse
he
bowls
calls the
all the
high
time.
school bowling championships, and he challenged me and he spotted me 27 pins.
Did
Ben
you need
smoked him straight up.
Beat him outright.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's Jesse. He's a little nerd.
But
He
didn't you
crumbled under pressure?
Didn't you bowl like a 260 that day?
254 is my high. I think I was like 230-ish that day.
Oh,
That's
wow.
very, very
I don't know
good.
if I'd get that in 2 games.
Well, we'll find out together. Bowling for babies.
Bowling for babies. So, yeah, we're very excited. We were talking about that. Like I said, grand prize, 4 tickets, my 4 tickets to a Packer game.
Oh, wow.
And get to go to the Tundra Trio. The second place is 4 tickets to WTMJ Day and also to the Brewers game that day. So
wow.
That's I forgot the date on that.
I can't say what the giveaway is, but it's sick. Unless you know, we can say it. I think it might be on.
I don't know.
I'm not going to do it. But the WTMJ giveaway
Brewers
is sick.
Oh, okay.
The giveaway is very public.
Oh, for the day for WTMJ Day.
Yeah, that's
because last year it was the cribbage board, and people lined up.
Oh, the cribbage board. I still have one in my desk that I'm waiting if anyone wants it from a work.
Real quick,
wait, did you get an extra one? Did you get an extra one?
For partners, I was able to.
Real quick on the text line, 800-990-3776. JD and Fondy chimes in. Brad, Kyle, you're fired. Kristin, you are hired.
Hey!
Yeah, she was very good. She's way too smooth.
Yeah,
way too smooth. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust is brought to you by Lakeland University, Wisconsin's leader in personalized, flexible education. Whether you're starting college, finishing your degree, or balancing work and family, Lakeland lets you earn your degree your way. Lakeland University, experience it your way. And, of course, by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit geistdoors.com. Don't think twice. Call Geist. Thank you, Kristin. Bowling
Absolutely.
for babies. We'll be bowling for how many diapers he's got to change every day is insane.
Yeah, exactly.
45 on average.
Because it is. It's with babies.
25.
Kyle, the first year of a kid's life, how many diapers do you think they go through?
1,000.
Between 2,500 and 3,000.
They don't change on them diapers.
Crazy.
It's crazy how many diapers.
I'm gonna tell. Hey, son, stop pooping. Hey.
He doesn't get
It's
it.
not.
Not yet.
It's gonna
Not
be
yet.
fun.
Stop.
Oh my god.
All right, so WTMJcares.com. We would love to have you register and see you there.
All right, we will see you there. WTMJcares.com, bowling for babies. Thank you, Kristin. Coming up next, a lot from Goody. Either Matthew Golden, the opportunities he didn't get. Josh Jacobs, is he coming back? I don't know. Goody is a lie, as Kyle would say next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
He's a good guy. I couldn't believe y'all lost to TCU. Yeah, you and me both. Rough.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 894, just past 27th Street, we have the left lane blocked with a crash. So that means backup stretching all the way back through the Mitchell Interchange. As a matter of fact, they're starting to slow down right about at Grange before you get to the Mitchell Interchange. So careful with that. Southbound 43 backing up from about Locust all the way down through the Marquette. Westbound 94's got some backups from about 27th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 20. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 30 degrees. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
This is Coach Greg Gard. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin, and I know what people here value. Hard work, honesty, and looking out for one another. That's exactly how Bank CMG approaches banking. They combine hometown values with modern tools to help people make confident financial decisions. When you want a bank that understands where you're coming from, Bank CMG makes sense. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Heck yeah! It's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stro for my friends at Robert Hack Diamonds. Listen, when it came to buying an engagement ring for my now fiance, I had no idea what I was doing, which is why I went to the team at Robert Hack. I heard her say words like radiant cut and solitaire, but to be real honest, I didn't really know what that meant. So I wrote it down, I brought it to the team at Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield, and they knocked it out of the park. It's true, if you've never been through this process before, the team at Robert Hack are absolute experts. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, Brookfield South, and Brookfield North. If you're looking to take the next step like I did, and your girlfriend maybe is posting things on her Pinterest page or is showing you pictures, bring it into Robert Hack. They'll do their best to duplicate a dream ring for her, just like they did for my fiance. Moral of the story, if you were like me and you want to start, you just don't really know where, the answer's clear. Visit one of the 3 Robert Hack locations in the Milwaukee area. Just like me, at the end, you'll say, heck yeah, with Robert Hack Diamonds. And RobertHackDiamonds.com, that's RobertHackDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. And of course, you can see our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. It is Combine Week. We have plans for Alex Stro to redeem himself, but out in Indianapolis, Brian Gutekunst met with members of the media today, and one topic of conversation that got me frustrated after watching the electricity that he had in one single play in the playoff game from Matthew Golden was his usage. And obviously, there was some injuries for Matthew Golden. There were some comments from Jordan Love about how he's starting to get it. And, you know, as Jason would say, he doesn't call guys out, but that was the closest, Jason Willie being that Jason, in calling him out about starting to get the routes right. Like, that's his way of holding guys accountable. My whole thing was he's too electric to have to be running the pristine, crisp routes. Get him the freaking ball and let him make a play. Here's what Goody had to say.
Yeah, I thought Matthew did a great job with all the opportunities that we gave him. I thought he did an excellent job. Would have loved to seen him get more opportunities through the year. It didn't work out that way, but when he did, he performed, and he performed at a high level. And really excited to see where he goes in year 2. Obviously, he was a third-year player coming out of college, 1 year at Texas, 2 years at Houston. So I think you know, his ceiling is very, very high. We're very, very excited about what he's going to do for our football team moving forward.
Well, that's easy. Bye-bye, Romeo Dobbs. Hello, Matthew Golden. Hello, Jaden Reed and Christian Watson, and Tucker Kraft as your 4 main pass catchers.
Yeah, I think that was all part of the plan. And when he drafted Matthew Golden, he understood exactly who was moving on. And to be honest, I'm right there in agreement with Goody in the fact that I wish, and I would have loved to see him get more opportunities as well, because when he did get those opportunities, he completely thrived. This is one of the most confusing turn of events for me when I look at the story of Matthew Golden. I know he got dinged up a little bit during the season, but how well he performed during the NFL training camp for the Packers. You heard Rob Demoski say maybe he saw him drop 1 pass.
Best offseason that he's seen from any receiver ever.
And then we saw some flashes in the preseason game. It was like, okay, this guy seems like he can create space off the line of scrimmage and get open. But then once the season came, the Packers did not make it an intentional effort to ensure that he was going to be a weapon on this team. They didn't try to give him the ball as much as possible, and I think the Green Bay Packers misused him, even to the point where we're talking about going into the playoff game where you have Adam Stenavich talking about how, you know, he's just not ready. This isn't his year.
He's not going to make an impact.
And the Packers gave him the ball at the line of scrimmage, and he took it to the house for a touchdown.
Bo Melton got hurt is how he...
Poor decisions. He's going to make poor plays. He might run the wrong routes, but at the end of the day, when he can make magic with the ball in his hands, that's exactly what you want. You need electrifying playmakers. Christian, he can catch the ball on the 40 behind the line of scrimmage and score a big touchdown in a playoff game that should have put that game away.
Yeah, I know that there's this narrative that there was a lot of mouths to feed for catching the football, and that is true. But if you look at the Packers seasons, particularly when Matthew Golden was not beaten up, they never really had a full staff. I mean, he was good to go for like basically week 1 through 12. And that was a lot of time when Jaden Reed was out, when Christian Watson was out. Obviously, Tucker Kraft got hurt in there. So there was a period of time where you could really feature him and you could feed him targets, but they just never grew. 6 targets was the highest targets he got all year. That was in that Dallas game that basically went 5 quarters. Outside of that, I'm seeing a lot of 3 targets, 1 target, 2 target. He is a guy that even if he's not fully developed there yet, you let him learn in the fiery furnace of the real game. You get him the ball, you let him make plays, and yes,
fiery furnace
of actually, because now you want him to be a signature piece of your offense, right? Well, you're just going to throw him in there and expect him to do it without actually, giving him the opportunity as a rookie. So I get it. You don't want to take reps away from Tucker Kraft or Christian Watson or Jaden Reed.
But there was opportunity early on to feature him more.
But there are opportunities where not even just one of those guys, where multiple of them were not on the field. You could easily get him the ball more often. It's confounding why he wasn't. So I'm in agreement with Goody here. Would have loved to have seen to get him more opportunities.
And also, because of the draft being Green Bay, he needs to be amazing, because I don't want this moment to go down in history as a dud, because it was so amazing with the draft in Green Bay, hearing from Mark Murphy announce the pick.
With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the 13-time world champions Green Bay Packers, for the first time since 2002, draft a wide receiver, Matthew Golden, wide receiver, Texas.
Textbook delivery.
Just an electric factory.
You chuckled. I miss Mark.
I miss Mark.
I miss Mark.
Nobody is.
Have we even heard policy talk since the extensions?
Ooh.
He's written his column.
Yeah, I don't care about policy's perspective.
Grow up. You should care about it.
No, I don't.
Mr. President is delivering a State of the Union.
Yeah, well, I want him on the WIA broadcast. I want him calling out players.
I want him stirring the pot.
I miss Mark.
I miss Mark so much.
I'll be fine. I don't miss Mark. Mark leaves, and all of a sudden we get Michael Parsons. I don't miss Mark. we got a guy in there who wants to win football games, but
decided to extend your favorite guy Goody and bring back the status quo.
As an aside, I think nobody wants Matthew Golden to do well more than Mark Murphy. I think he wants that clip to live on.
It's going to live forever. I don't care. Even Matthew Golden's a bust. That was amazing.
And I don't think Matthew Golden will.
He's not going to be though.
I don't believe he will be, and he showed us in little small spurts that he could be really good. And when you think about, when I look at this receiving core, he absolutely has the highest ceiling out of a Christian Watson, out of a Jaden Reed. This kid right here has the highest ceiling to be the most dynamic receiver that we have seen in years for a Packer uniform. He could be the next guy that is going to get you 1,000 yards if he stays healthy. And so that's why I'm right there with Goody, believing that we need to make sure that we feature Matthew Golden as much as possible. He shouldn't have 6 targets only one time in a game throughout the whole season. He should have 6 targets at least every single game. The only reason he doesn't get 6 targets is because they're absolutely trying to take him away, where they're bracketing him, they're having somebody shadow over the top. That's when you know you have him.
Yeah, I think of high ceilings. And what do you think of, Ben, when you think of high ceilings?
Gina Della from Pella in the Nortman estate.
Of course. When you got high ceilings like that, you need to make sure those doors, those windows, taken care of. It's all part of that intimate fabric that is your home. And they can transform it from the inside out. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is your go-to place for quality and durability in absolutely everything they do. It's comfort, it's efficiency, overall style that you're going to experience with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And maybe, just maybe, you missed them at the NARI Spring Home Improvements show, booth 420. But you know what? You can visit them any time of the year at the Brookfield Experience Center, where you can get inspired with all of their options. It's like being a kid in a candy store, walking through everything Pella has for you and how they can transform your home. So get your free consultation and take advantage of this financing for 0% for up to 4 years. That's into 2026. Stro will be well married at that point, maybe even a couple of kids popping out at that point.
La la la.
And your home will be looking as good as ever. So give them a call today. Visit them at PellaWI.com or go to the Brookfield Experience Center to see Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
I think we need to slow down. The thought of that man with a child is very scary.
It's coming.
When you heard all those diapers.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean slow down? You tried to plan my wedding yesterday.
Well, you can get married. I just don't think you can have kids for like 8 years. You're not ready.
You had a child when you.
Peeing in bottles.
Oh, well, you cannot be the judgment, the man that makes the judgment on who is ready and not ready. You pooped yourself.
Which makes me an expert on changing diapers.
Is your daughter potty trained yet?
She tells us when she's about to poop. And
Oh, that's
so she does a better job than you.
But that's.
She's never pooped at her desk at school. You have.
Not at school. No.
At work.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I trusted something I shouldn't have.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
I've seen some of those jersey checks.
You were a punter.
No, I haven't. I've seen them.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 894, just past 27th Street, we have the left lane blocked with a crash. So that means backup stretching all the way back through the Mitchell interchange. As a matter of fact, they're starting to slow down right about at Grange before you get to the Mitchell interchange. So careful with that. Southbound 43 backing up from about Locust all the way down through the Marquette. Westbound 94's got some backups from about 27th Street all the way through to Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 20. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 30 degrees. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Watch the Bucks for free with select games on broadcast TV all season long. WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks with 8 select games you can watch for free. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs roll into Milwaukee Wednesday night at 6:30 on WMLW.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is Combine Week in Indianapolis, but also in the state of Wisconsin. What event should we add to the Alex Stro Combine 2.0? He has worked out more than ever by doing 5 push-ups every other week on the Wheel of Stroph.
Great point.
That's true.
Still drinks soda like it's never going to exist anymore.
I actually really don't.
There was a soda back there today, wasn't it?
No, I've only been drinking water.
Oh, that's because he's hungover still from his 7 days in Florida.
I'm not hungover
10
at all.
days.
Dude, you yesterday were drinking water and you go, just got after it too much. I drank every day in Florida.
I did drink every day in Florida. I took it pretty easy 2 days because I was a little hungover those days in Florida. I was just jet lagged yesterday. Today I'm still tired.
Jet lag? You went to Florida, not what? Portugal.
I know, but
jet lag? There's an hour difference.
I woke up really early. Our flight was at like 6 a.m. Eastern, so I woke up at like 2:30 Central on Sunday.
That means you're tired.
And then that's what I'm saying. I was just tired.
Jet lag.
Have you ever
learned that on the travel?
Have you ever left North America before?
No, I have not.
Clearly.
Bro,
Yeah,
he's gonna get overseas and he's gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm jet lagged," and he's gonna sleep for 24 hours.
I could sleep for 24 hours. I'm tired, but I'm not hungover at all.
But
No,
yeah, so
I just haven't been drinking as much soda recently. I just haven't been. I've only had one Mountain Dew
does that
in the year.
count for 0.1 seconds, tenth of a second on your time on the 3-cone combine drill?
I hope so.
By the way, you got to have that ready to go for YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Way too long since I've watched that video 15 times on loop and just laughed.
It is a sight to behold.
I don't know how we didn't recycle it once a month.
Poor guy, it was getting to him mentally.
I think it actually broke him at one point.
It was the one thing that Tucker Kraft saw, right?
I think it was Tucker Kraft that commented on Instagram, and Strofe was like, "Oh no, I love the Green Bay Packers." A potential All-Pro, future All-Pro player is commenting about how unathletic I am and be ashamed to give sports opinions.
Was he just embarrassed for you, Strofe, or what was the takeaway from Tucker?
So he posted on his Instagram story. Somebody had quote tweeted my 3-cone, which I'll play in a moment on the YouTube stream. And it said, sports commentators should have their salary dictated on how they do that at the combine, which means I would make $0. But
that's no different than today.
And he posted that. And, a week later, I had a 5-minute interview scheduled with him when they did the tailgate tour. And he obviously had no idea who the hell I was. So the last question, I said, "Hey, so you know how you posted that in your story?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, that video was hilarious, wasn't it?" And I just pointed at myself. I didn't say a word. I just said, "Me." And he died laughing, and we were friends from that point forward.
Friends!
Still
Friends!
Best friends.
Friends! Oh, my God. You live in a different world than everybody else here.
I really do.
You throw love around too much, friend around too much.
That's not true.
You fall quicker than anyone I've ever met in my life.
Kyle, do you love Tucker Kraft? Yes or no?
Not gonna lie, I do love me some Tuck
I also love me some Tuck.
Okay, real quick. I saw this from JD and Fondy, and it's funny you said that. I was going to ask what event we should add to the combine for Strofe this week, and we started having a discussion amongst ourselves. I don't think that Alex Strofe could do 1 rep of the bar and a 45 on each side, which is the standard 135.
My man's can do that. My man's can do it.
Strofe. I want to believe as well. Any man should be able to bench.
He's not a man.
I gotta believe.
Look at that! Look at that! You think that guy can lift 135 pounds from his chest?
I still can't believe he's wearing my shirt.
I had to be reminded of that video.
He can't do things. He overpromises and underdelivers at everything in his life.
I don't think.
I don't know about everything.
He's got to be able to get 135.
This
No
man is
shot.
getting married. Did she see this video? She must have forgot about this video. Ain't no way in the world. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. No.
Oh, the loop around the cone. The loop-de-loop.
The arms are trying to move so fast.
What's wrong?
This video, hang on, send me this video so I can just tweet it out
This
today.
is a 20. You were 26.
There's no way I look like that.
You do. That's you. Oh, my.
It's been a year.
I
still
played
can't
pickleball
believe
with you on that very court.
Yeah.
The Pickle Boys, yeah, haha. And you can't move. You have cement feet.
How old were you in this?
26.
I remember telling Stro, like, okay, this is how you're gonna. You get your feet and you want to come out low and explosive. And I remember like Stro getting down and he stood right up. He stood right up vertical and then just started running with literally his chest.
Why do I look like that?
You look like exactly why I said it was very nice of your now fiance to take you out in Florida for a week and give you a chance.
Dude, rounding the final cone is just, it's cinema. It is absolute cinema.
Stroke, you can't. Stroke.
The arms and the legs working together, they don't work
It's like a
together.
cartoon.
His brain says, leg do this, and his arm starts doing
Ain't no
it. It's
way
like
you
the
agree.
neurons don't actually work.
I haven't seen that video in a while. It's so bad.
Stroke.
Keep playing it. You can't play it enough.
There's no way you're agreeing to do a combine
Please,
without
I
doing any
beg
type
you.
of practice. Dude, you can't. You haven't done anything to improve upon that performance of last year. You gonna embarrass yourself again?
I beg you to go to YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison.
I recall last year as well, we tried to run 40 after 40 after 40 to try to get under 6 seconds.
Yes, we even
And
did it
couldn't get
again. He couldn't get under 6.
You can't run under
I got
6
6
seconds.
flat. Remember? I got 6
No,
flat.
we timed it together. We both had fingers and we
Ben
averaged
and
it
I
out.
timed it together.
Didn't I do
averaged
better
our
than
time.
that?
One of your
At the
4
draft?
was 6 flat.
Well, one of mine, I believe, was like 5.98.
No, it never got below.
But I believe you got like 6.05, and we agreed we average our times together because who knows exactly. No official time was under 6.
There ain't no way this man is lifting 135 pounds from his chest.
I take that back. There's no way.
I have not done a bench press in a long time.
What? Yeah,
I have not
ever?
done a bench press.
Yeah, he might be able to get like 85, but he ain't
Brad,
getting.
You're supposed to be on my team.
So
It's hard
I want
to
to
be on your
believe in
team.
you. I have to believe in you until I'm proven otherwise.
What do you
this
mean?
Video, this video proves me otherwise with a 3 cone.
Yeah.
But every man with a shred of dignity should be able to bench 135.
He's not a man.
Dignity.
Well,
I think you'll be able to do it.
He's
I believe
6
in you.
foot
I believe it's true.
175. If you weigh that much, you should
He's
be
like
able to.
6'3",
bench.
175.
I'm trying to calculate like how much
His
do you
arms
think-
are too long for him to use it. Chest.
Let me see-
His
let me
chest
see.
is inverted. It goes in.
Oh,
I'm
hell.
trying to figure out how much he's pressing when he does a push-up. You think that's like 85 pounds roughly in
he's
one
light-
push-up?
He's light in the chest.
No, and you know he drops his knees
So
to the ground
100
after
it's
5 because we can't see him when he does push-ups back there.
135. I think I'll be able to do it.
Have you
Wait
ever
till you
done
see
it
those.
before?
Wait till you see those
45-pound plates on either side.
Can we just do a machine instead? Make
No.
it less
No.
embarrassing?
No,
They don't do a machine in a combine.
We'll
You're trying to
spot
make it to the
you.
NFL.
We'll
NFL.
spot you, yeah.
So you
Don't
do
worry, you're not going to get hurt.
I'm not letting Ben spot me. I don't trust him.
You do realize that with age, like the older you get, the worse you get. And you haven't done anything.
Yeah, but I'm
to
hitting my
train.
prime.
No, you're not. No, that's not. That's
Jordan
not,
Love is 27 years old.
No,
Would you
Jordan
argue he's
Love
not in
is
his prime?
No, he actually works on it. You don't work on it. Only thing you lift in your mouth is gummies and soda and all
Gummies?
like gummy bears or gummy
it's
clusters.
freak gummies.
You
Around
hit
the
your
office.
physical strength and stamina peak in the late 20s and early 30s.
This
is
kid-
what AI is telling
What about the vertical jump from Ryan and McGuanago?
No,
I did that last year with
Yeah.
sticky notes. We did it with sticky notes.
That was tough. He reached up and put a sticky note up on the wall and then had a sticky note in his hand and tried to jump and put it above it.
So we kind of makeshifted a lot of the combine last year. At least we have like 48 hours to plan it now, a little bit less than that.
That's a tough.
So what are you going to improve on this year?
I think I'll be better in every category.
Why?
Other than maybe vertical jump.
Why?
What do you mean why? I'm in my physical peak. Brad
No, but
just
you
said that.
haven't physically worked out.
But I'm in my physical peak.
That-
I don't think you've ever peaked or will peak.
I'm in my physical peak.
Let me
I
see
don't know
you
why you're
jump.
laughing.
Let me see
You'll
you do a
never do
squat
better
jump.
than you do right
Squat
now.
jump.
So like don't tell me what it's called. Burpee.
Sure.
No,
I mean, it's kind of
burpees when you do like a push up.
Yeah,
That's
without
what I
the
was saying.
burpee.
You want me to do
but
one of
the-
those?
Sure.
So push up into squat into jump.
Well, we won't be able to see your push up on the video stream, but we can just watch you do a squat jump.
Okay. All right, here we go. I got to take the headphones off.
Sounds good.
It's
really good. It's really going to help
I
you.
can't hear you, but here we go.
Here we go.
So just squat to jump. Just shake your head.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Oh my God.
Him ain't ready.
No, you could. That could have been
Like,
real.
I want you to play. I have one question.
Yeah.
What is this?
Why were his arms out straight forward?
I don't know how to do
Stroke,
it.
you're supposed to like a swing.
Use your.
Oh, like, yeah, ceiling tile.
Okay, that was better. Yeah, he just needs some help. You need some help.
Yeah, that's where Brad comes in. He's here to train me.
But you can't train 48 hours before.
I
You should
need
be
to start
training
distancing
months.
myself from this for my own brand.
You're the one who said you're gonna let him wear your stuff again.
I'm going to. That's belief in my friend Alex Stro.
I can't wait. I can make it this year.
It's the last day at Sendix for $5.99 tavern style pizzas.
I could use one of those.
No, you should after the combine. It should be your treat, your frozen pizza Friday treat. I could eat them every day and still be more athletic than you. You need to watch what you put in your body before this combine. Screamin' Sicilian is more flavor, more toppings, and more amore. And this week, actually ending today, at Sendix, more toppings, more flavor. You get the thin, crispy crust with amazing toppings. $5.99 at Sendix. And congrats to Mark in West Bend. We did our National Pizza Day International Hockey Tournament. He randomly was selected with the USA, the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
So Mark in West Bend, congratulations. You will win the 12 pizzas and an insulated cooler from Palermo's. Strofe, play the video again in the break. Just play it on the break screen all break. I just want to watch it during the break. YouTube, at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison for the most embarrassing thing a human being has ever done on planet Earth on YouTube, at ESPN Milwaukee. More next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I'm a seam head now. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, seam head.
I don't even know what that is. That means I'm a baseball dork. All I do is sit and watch MLB big inning at night.
Seam head.
I've never heard that before.
This is because you're not a seam head.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Imagine working with a contractor that quits halfway through a project or never calls you back when you have questions. Or worse, takes your money and you never see them again. Unfortunately, we hear about them all the time. Hi, this is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and Siding Unlimited is absolutely not that company. Siding Unlimited has been doing business for 32 years, proving to be an honest, ethical, and forthright company. If you're looking for the honest guys for your next siding, windows, roofing, and doors project, stop by sidingunlimited.com today.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform. Your storytelling would inspire. Your campaigns would deliver leads that become sales. You wouldn't need a report to tell you. Visit SaturnLounge.com today. When marketing works, it shows.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Marquette Thursdays at the Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus.
Marquette fought hard, but ultimately fell to number 17 St. John's 76-70 at Fiserv Forum. The Golden Eagles trailed by as many as 11 and were down 9 at halftime, but staged a second-half rally behind Nigel James Jr.'s 25 points.
They can't get the open three. Now James will try a three. Good! Yes. Unbelievable!
Royce Parham added 13 to keep Marquette in striking distance as the game came down to the final minute before St. John's sealed it at the free throw line. Marquette now sits at 9-18 overall and 4-12 in Big East play, losers of 3 straight. They look to regroup on Tuesday night when they visit Georgetown.
This Marquette Minute has been brought to you by Marquette Thursdays. Join us on select Thursday nights at 6 p.m. when head coach Shaka Smart breaks down all the Marquette action. The next show is December 18th, featuring players Josh Clark and Sheik Pearson. Don't miss Marquette Thursdays at Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to American writer H.L. Mencken, a well-stocked bar can create over 17 billion different cocktails. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. I don't know if 17 billion is accurate or not, but I do know that Discount Liquor is the place to find everything you need to be well-stocked for any occasion. Discount Liquor is Wisconsin's home to over 2,000 varieties of beer, 3,500 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines. Our unparalleled selection is rivaled only by our incredible savings and everyday low prices. And we know how to take care of our customers, no matter the occasion. In fact, Discount Liquor has won numerous national and local awards. Visit Discount Liquor at our Milwaukee or Waukesha locations. Family owned and operated since 1960.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Main and Barstow. Check out our specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
One meal for every workout at the Princeton Club in New Berlin. You work out, scan that in, donating one meal to the New Berlin Food Pantry. Tons of Madison locations as well. If you're looking to grow in 2026, the Princeton Club will cheer for you along the way in all areas of your life. And the best way that you can grow is to have that foundation of a healthy body, and then your growth starts from there and with everything available to you. Personal training, workout classes, spin classes, all the best equipment, state-of-the-art facilities in Madison and in New Berlin. You got to go to the Princeton Club. Open 24 hours, free childcare, the membership. At some places, it's the best spot for you. Go to the Princeton Club for your better tomorrow. Kyle, Brust Nortman, wrapping up the ESPN Wisconsin Hour. Before we get to Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison, Jam Sports Show in Beaver Dam. We stay on 94.5 ESPN, but I think there's something we need to share. Alex Stroh, do you want to take the reins here?
Over on LinkedIn, Jim Rutledge, host of Jim, Matt, and Molly, on the powerful app that Jim Rutledge openly adores and loves, writes, "The Olympic men's team win was a reminder of something we see every day at ESPN Madison. Great moments don't just happen on the field. They're built long before the final whistle. In one of my roles, I get to focus on the storytelling, how we frame the narrative, elevate the athletes, and capture what the moment means. In my other role, I see the business mechanics behind it, the strategy, partnerships, distribution, and decisions that ensure millions of people experience that moment in real time. Watching the Olympic team win, I couldn't help but think about the parallels. Championship teams operate the same way great media organizations do. Alignment, preparation, trust across functions, clarity of role, but commitment to one outcome. When everything clicks, it looks effortless, but it never is. Grateful to have a front row seat to both sides of the game at ESPN Madison, and to be constantly learning how performance and strategy come together to create moments that matter."
Jim, Matt, and Molly is about to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like ChatGPT gonna write the show too, huh?
Yeah.
You know, all them M dashes means ChatGPT's up in that thing.
The dashes are a huge ChatGPT thing. Huge.
Nothing like comparing what we do, which is sitting on the sidelines and talking and selling, to what these men do on the ice.
We don't get hit with a stick in the teeth.
Yeah, I keep all my teeth.
Top 0.1% of any athlete ever.
Well, we're going to get the 0.00001% of radio hosts coming up next in Jim Rutledge.
5 M dashes.
Yeah, he was inspired. I see it.
When did he become a poet?
I don't know.
When ChatGPT made it possible.
Jim Rutledge.
The poet.
Matt Hamilton, maybe?
I'm inspired.
The Olympic gold medalist.
Molly
I'm
Brown,
inspired.
maybe? Who knows? But Jim Rutledge will be there, giving his best.
M-dash.
Kyle Brust Nortman continues next on 94.5 ESPN. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Dash. ESPN Wisconsin app. In 2 minutes. Dash.
Delays along eastbound 94 are going to be starting right about at 84th Street, and they stretch past 68th. On the westbound side, we've got some delays from just before 27th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. That ramp, like I mentioned last report, to northbound 175 has reopened, so that's good news. Southbound 43, we are backing up from Burleigh all the way down through the Marquette, and then on the bypass, heading southbound from Beloit Road, it's going to be slow all the way on to 894 eastbound to Forest Home. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 20. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 30. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, presented by Old Fashioned Golf, is back at the Mosh Performance Center in Franklin, March 13th through the 15th. The show has been reimagined with a simple goal: turn it into Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. That's why Vibes Golf Club, a group of golf-loving former Badger football players, including Melvin Gordon, will be at the show all 3 days. Plus, Bridgestone will be doing some ball fittings, and Carl's Place will be powering Simulator Alley. To learn more, log on to GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com.
Homer here with a message about Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community: active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. Three Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You got to go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on Three Pillars at threepillars.org.
We are the home for all your Bucks coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
414.
Yeah.
414.
Yeah.
414.
Yeah.
414.
Yeah.
414. 414.
Put on.
414.
We put on.
414.
Always.
414.
Always.
414.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Stro running the show. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line.
Ben doesn't love the 414.
I do. It's just we have to tell people what's going on in the world
They
right
know what's
now.
going on. 414 Hour at 4.
Yeah, vibing.
Yeah, vibing.
That's what they say.
They do
That's
say
what they
that.
say.
They say it.
That's what they say.
They do say it.
That's a vibe. That's a whole song.
I was going to give you another compliment, Kyle, but I'm not going to.
No, why
anymore.
not?
The hat?
What was the compliment?
It's the hat.
Yeah.
I saw a social. I saw a social clip, and I was like, "Damn, he looks good."
Dang.
You got to wear these backwards hats more often.
Baby girl said, "Back off, Ben. He's mine."
Oh, baby girl. She's going to
I'd be threatened too.
No, trust me. No, thank you.
You better go right home, Kyle. Don't walk through these offices.
She did say my boo is looking fine. Oh wow, look at that.
You're welcome.
Look at that. You see them emojis?
Oh,
you see them emojis?
Wow.
Emojis?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
That's some language and some visuals,
yeah.
Kyle.
Man of the house. Man of the house.
What I do know is we've had a lot of conversation about what the Packers are going to do this offseason. And they got a lot of figuring out to do. Who are they going to restructure? Who are they going to sign? Who are they going to draft? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, Strofe is having an 8-minute conversation with Diana McGuanago as I'm trying to set up Goody's sound from the Combine. So either put her on hold or put her on the air. Now,
lots to talk about.
What did you just talk about for a minute and a half?
Wait, now he's talking in your ear, bitch.
You want to go to the wedding?
Oh, this is amazing.
What happened?
Strofe just got in my ear and said Jim, Matt, and Molly are talking about the Jim Rutledge LinkedIn quote.
Oh, that already?
Oh, my goodness.
Sheesh.
Of course.
Are we able to throw to it? I want to hear what he has to say.
Well, we'll reach out to Ryan Wollersheim for any audio. He's the producer of Jim, Matt, and Molly right now.
Now, is he talking about it in a way of like, man, I just felt it, or is he trying to make fun of us? Because if he's talking about it, trying to hype
Strofe, why don't you share what you heard through the
Well, here's the thing.
system.
I had you guys in my left ear. I had Diana and McWanago in my right ear, and I had them playing over a speaker. But I heard something about a sociopath, and then them say, do you think Brad is proud to be something?
Yeah, that's shots, baby.
It
that's
worked.
What I like.
But then they started talking about Wisconsin football, so I'm not really sure what they were talking about.
Wow.
Either way, that was the easiest rage bait of all time.
Yeah, I mean, goodness gracious.
Jim Rutledge.
M-dash. That's all this can say. M-dash to make the man go crazy, huh?
Yeah, ChatGPT wrote him something for LinkedIn, and he's all in his panties.
He derailed the whole show over there.
Now, Goody is maybe going to run up the credit card this offseason. Will he?
The most important thing, I think, is the 2026 season and how we're going to chase a championship. That's the most important thing. That will never change. You do have to balance it to make sure that you can be competitive year in, year out. So, again, you don't want to, pile up that credit card a little too much so you can't be competitive down the road. But the most important thing right now is how do we put out the best team we can in 2026.
Kyle, I ask you this. As somebody who started the show saying it's been 15 years, it's the age-old question that people ask about many Wisconsin sports teams. Would you go all in, mortgage the future, pay the piper later if it felt like you were going to have a chance better than ever to win a Super Bowl?
I don't know what Goody talking about. He can take all my damn credit cards. I want him to max it out. What are we talking about here? We talking about thinking about the future down the road?
That's what the Packers do.
Guess what? It's been down the road since 2011. We have not been to a Super Bowl since the 2010-2011 season. And we
No
talking
pounding.
about okay. I won't pound. I'll keep my hands up. But we're talking about not mortgaging the future. Bro, it's about winning a championship. I've seen teams like the Los Angeles Rams literally go all in and find themselves back in a championship or in a championship position, I should say. I see teams like the Denver Broncos who literally went all in with Peyton Manning, who beat the Carolina Panthers, and they made it to an AFC championship again because of the fact that they went all in and then they had a chance to go back. I want my Green Bay Packers to finally go all in. I'm not worried about maxing out a credit card because you know what feels good when you max out your credit card?
Paying it off?
No, whatever trip you take. You ain't worried about the max credit card when you laying down on the beach, you enjoying that tan, or you going cruising, or you doing whatever, because that is what it's all about, living your life. And in the NFL, it is not about, let's be consistent every single year so we can make it to the playoffs. No. This
then
is about
you
winning
can't
a championship.
cry if there's 3 straight losing seasons after a championship.
If I won a Super Bowl and the Packers lost for 2 straight, it won't be 3 straight because you got Jordan Love. But they had a down season year after. Look at the Chiefs. If they had a down season or 2 down seasons, and then all of a sudden we found ourselves back in the conversation. If we followed the same path as the New England Patriots, you think I'd be crying? You think I'd be upset? Like, we are the Green Bay Packers organization. We won't be down forever. We right now have something that matters the most. We have a quarterback. So even if you max out the credit card, which you did not do for Aaron Rodgers, and guess what you didn't do with Aaron Rodgers after he won his title 2010 and 2011 early in his career? You didn't go back to another Super Bowl because you decided not to max out the credit card. So who gives a damn about maxing out the credit card when you ain't winning the championship? Max it out, Goody. Take them all. Take them all. Take the Visa. Take the American Express. Take whatever you want.
While I agree with the point and the premise of the point, you did ask a few questions in the ramble. You said, "Do you think I would complain?" And the answer is yes.
Yes,
Kyle,
you would complain.
You change your.
You would complain.
You change your.
You
opinion
say
on
this
every
now.
A
general
Super
manager.
Bowl again? I would give him 2 to 3 years.
How long?
He's already doing 2 to 3 years. You wouldn't say I'd give him 3 years,
bro. If the Packers,
you're
won a Super
going to
Bowl,
pick and choose when you're going to start complaining again.
If they started the season 0-4, you'd say fire everybody. It's just in your nature.
A year after winning a Super Bowl, I'm like, what's going on? We should be repeating. Now, if I knew the whole roster turned over, then I'd be like, okay, well, this makes sense. We went all in to win ours. Now we need to focus on how we can build back
you
up.
lie.
No, I promise y'all, I would give them 2 years.
You'd have to smile and be happy for 2 years, even if they won 4 games.
4 games total?
Each year, 4 games.
If
the
I
next 2
saw
years.
some, well, listen, if just like the Bucks right now. Okay,
no, the Patriots, they went 4-13 last year, but you'd have to smile and be happy through all of the bad.
2023 is when the show began. That was 2 years after the Bucks won their championship.
Yep.
They were first-round exit that year.
Sure were.
Remember what you were saying?
I was upset. I wanted to fire people. I was upset. I definitely would because you still had Giannis. You still had Dame and Lillard. Like, you still had
They'll
great
still
players.
have Jordan. They'll still have Micah.
You'll have Jordan. You may have Micah, but if you have no receivers, you have no offensive line, then I understand that's a lack of talent.
I agree with your point for the record.
But the Packers need, at some point,
on
they got to
going
go
all in this offseason, I agree with you. I think that is absolutely
Especially
the
with
move.
how wide open the NFL is. You can look at the Super Bowl odds.
Yeah.
You can look around last year what it looked like. The Seattle Seahawks did it with a great defense, special teams, and an average to above average quarterback.
Well, and Goody's using the analogy of maxing out credit cards. Maxing out credit cards, Goody has a 3-year emergency fund. He's paid off his mortgage. He drives a 10-year-old car, making sure. I mean, they are so conservative that even the idea of starting to tap into your credit cards is almost laughable. I mean, you got other teams.
Again, saying they're conservative when they don't have a first-round pick for each of the next 2 years is not fair.
But I mean, we're talking about over the grand scheme of things. Yeah, that was a little bit more of rolling
the
the dice.
opposite of conservative.
But there is no more conservative team than the Green Bay Packers when it comes to how they write contracts, draft and develop, free agency, older players. Yes, the one swing of 2 first-round draft picks for Micah Parsons, yeah, that's an aggressive move right there. But I can't think of another team that is as conservative as the Green Bay Packers. Now, it results in long-term consistency, but that is what is prioritized. So if you had to tell me between the fact that he even brought in there, I would love to know what the question was. Was it, are you focused on winning a championship? But
probably how do you construct a roster with all the things we've talked about? Having to restructure, release, re-sign, draft. There's going to be some roster construction.
Why can't you believe in yourself enough to say, okay, I can go all in right now and still find a way to draft guys and understand that I have Jordan Love and I still have some young pieces under contract that even after the fact that we go all in, we can find ourselves back in the Super Bowl. Do y'all understand how frustrating it is to see a Seattle Seahawks and a New England Patriots football team who both have guys who come from the Packers organization win Super Bowls after the Packers have been to the Super Bowl and then come back to the Super Bowl? You know how much that hurts to see? My team hasn't been to the Super Bowl in Seattle and the Patriots have been to multiple since
I think Homer claimed of the Homer Hour from 5 to 6 that if John Schneider had taken the GM role over Goody, that there probably would have been a championship. Do you agree with that?
100%.
Why? You see it.
Simply based off what he's been able to do, the product he put on the field. First and foremost, look, they were able to hire a coach. They were able to put together a team that ended up taking their team all the way to a Super Bowl. Look at the defense that he built in 2 seasons under this coach. Look what he was able to build in the last 4 years drafting. This is his fingerprint and his thumb on this. That what they see, what you saw on the field was a whole bunch of guys that came up through Seattle, and then they added some pieces on the defense, they added some pieces on offense, and you ended up with a championship. And this was the year where the Seattle Seahawks, though they aren't the best Super Bowl team of all time, they were clearly the best team in the NFL throughout the entire season. And the Green Bay Packers need to aim to be just like that.
Now, and I would say we're not even asking for the Packers to be a credit card max-out team. We're just looking at them to dip a little bit into a little bit of debt. I mean, Devontae Adams, a 2-year contract that he got for the Rams. Imagine if they would have signed Devontae Adams. You wouldn't have to draft Matthew Golden if you didn't feel like it was the perfect fit. You could have maybe went for cornerback.
Or an edge.
Or edge rush. There's so many ways to take fairly high reward and low risk bets that just feels like the Packers don't do. They don't even kind of get into that world. So we're not even talking about maxing out a credit card. We're just taking a little bit of lottery tickets. So you never know how it's going to hit. But
I mean, we even on Kyle Brust Nortman got a CPA, one of the most conservative people I know with their money, to start betting at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, and his life is better off for it.
Yes, it
Dude,
is.
max it out.
Powerful.
Yeah, he's talking about chasing championships. Sometimes you have to take risk. And Micah Parsons, Stro, you're absolutely right. That was a risk, but you knew the reward was going to pay off because the dude is still young and he still has a lot of good years in front of him. But chasing the championship means...
And also smart because of his first-round drafting.
Is very poor.
And so Micah's going to be way better than Jordan Morgan.
I still struggle with that now.
Jordan Morgan, LVN.
I think Jordan Morgan's going to be a hit.
Based off of what?
He's clearly, he was a better left tackle last year than Rasheed Walker, and they just wouldn't play him there based on pure hubris.
Wait a minute. So you think that they didn't play?
It was used earlier in the show, so it was top of mind.
You think they didn't play the better left tackle just simply because? Especially,
I think they were comparable. Like I don't think there would have been a significant drop off.
Well, if your first round pick turns into Rasheed Walker, that's not a win.
That's it. That's the low expectation. What do you mean?
That's true from, I guess, a draft capital perspective. I do agree with you on that, but Rasheed Walker is going to be one of the highest paid offensive linemen in his first opportunity.
Then if he's that good, you should sign him back.
They don't have the money to sign him back, and they have a first-round pick on a rookie deal for 2 more years waiting in the wings, where they can eventually use a fifth-year option on him to add a third year to that contract if they want to.
If he's any good.
He's going to be good. I promise you he's going to be good. He's going to be serviceable. We saw it in preseason. I know it's
for Alex Stroh to say, I promise you that Jordan Morgan is going to be good is crazy. If I asked Brian Bulaga and Mark Tauscher, who played on offensive line for the Green Bay Packers, to promise me that he's going to be good, they would say, there's no way I can do that based off what I've seen on the field from him.
I think you should ask them before you quote them. I think that would be a smart move.
I'm not quoting them.
That's called libel. You said if I ask them, they'll say this. That's not what they'll say.
Oh, no, they're going to cry about it. Go ahead, tell them I said that. And they'll be like, oh, that's fine. I'll talk to him on Wednesday or tomorrow.
We're very bogged down in the accidental.
Yeah, because you're the journalism loser guy.
I disagree with you. I think if you ask them, I think they would say he's shown enough flashes where we think he'll be most comfortable and most serviceable at left tackle.
Serviceable.
I've never heard in my life, and again, I've seen a lot of football, and Brad, you've been there. I've never heard in my life.
And by the way, he drafted Jordan Love in the first round. That was my ultimate pick.
A guy who was drafted as a left tackle and then had an opportunity at right tackle and was just okay at right tackle. Like, isn't right tackle, especially when you have a right-handed quarterback, isn't that a little bit easier than the left tackle position where you're protecting the blind side and typically going against really, really good pass rushers on that side?
Left tackle is more valuable, and there's a little bit more on your shoulders because of the quarterback's inability to move and navigate because you can't see anything.
So wouldn't you think he should be able to thrive at right tackle? That just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just confused.
I think there's a coaching perspective, and they're bringing back Butkus, which I think we all view as a miss. But I don't know. Jordan Morgan's one thing.
No,
my ultimate point was, I know what.
You said I don't know, but you promised us that Jordan Morgan is going to be amazing.
I think he will be. I think he will be good. I think he will be the franchise left tackle.
Franchise left
will
tackle.
Will he earn a Zach Tom-like second contract?
I think he will earn a second contract. I don't
Time
know
out.
what
Wait a minute. You just said you just said he is
like a top 10 tackle.
Yeah.
You just said he was just the same as Rasheed Walker, and now all of a sudden he's your franchise left tackle?
Well, you guys are whining about them letting Rasheed Walker go.
No, we're not whining. We're just bringing up the scenario.
Who about that?
You said if he's so good, why don't you bring him back? And I said because you have a really good first-round pick waiting in the wings.
No.
That was my response.
My whole thing was Rasheed Walker was good, but he had his moments where he wasn't good. That's why you can let him walk. If he was that dang good, you're doing the same thing. Because who in the world, what team, just because you don't have money doesn't mean that you say, hey, if we got 2 really good tackles, we got to keep them. Because that's where it starts, protecting your quarterback. You sign Zach Tom.
Which was a problem last year. It's a very scary proposition to go, hey, Jordan, you got it, guy.
And how much I really do like Rasheed Walker, he had his moments where he wasn't great.
I don't think it's as scary as you guys are viewing it. They have other holes. Left guard's going to be a hole because Aaron Banks can't stay healthy. Center's a hole because Sean Ryan's a free agent.
Left tackle is a hole because it's an unknown, and it's one of the most important positions on the offensive line.
It totally is, but I don't think it's not the biggest unknown on their offensive line, though. I think Jordan Morgan was drafted to fill that hole eventually. He came in saying he's a left tackle. He's most comfortable at left tackle. It's the one position they've refused to allow him to play in the regular season.
Because he wasn't able to win it out.
If he was that much better than Rasheed Walker, he would have played over him.
I think they were comparable.
Then that's not good enough.
But he was the best graded offensive lineman in preseason last year.
Oh, jeez. Cool. Marion St. Joseph.
I don't know if I would.
Oh, my God.
If I would reference.
You hear that, Brad?
I need you to tell us about how you are stealing somebody into your world with that take and then getting someone to marry you with Robert Hack Diamonds. I mean, that's amazing.
Thank you. I agree. It is amazing. And so is the team at Robert Hack Diamonds. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, 2 in Brad's neck of the woods, Brookfield, 1 on the north side, 1 on the south side. I worked with Leslie and the team in Greenfield, and like a great best friend does, Ben Brust was with me every step of the way, from picking out the diamond to picking out the ring to designing it, and finally popping the question to my now fiance. I had no idea what I was doing in the process. Ben can vouch for me. I went to Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield. How many times did I say, I don't know what I'm doing?
I was so nervous that you were blacking out when she was talking. I was like, listen to her, please. You look like you're lost.
But now every night my fiance looks at that ring and goes, oh my goodness, you did such a great job. And that's all thanks to the team at Robert Hack. So if you, like me, are looking to take that next step and you say to yourself, I don't know where to start, I don't know what I'm doing, there's only one right answer. It's Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield, 2 locations in Brookfield, or online, roberthackdiamonds.com. That's roberthackdiamonds.com. And your new fiance, like mine, will say, heck yeah, with Robert Hack Diamonds.
More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
What is used to measure the loudness of sound?
It's a meter.
You're so close. Go to the D.
Decimeters.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Eastbound 94, right about at Highway 18, we have the right shoulder blocked because of a fire. So watch out for that. We are seeing delays coming in from Highway F to that point. More backups then from 84th Street all the way past 68th. Westbound 94 is backing up from 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And southbound 43, kind of a hefty ride from Burleigh all the way down through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Partly cloudy, a low of 20. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 30. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Many wins. Many wins. Waiting at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This February, you could break the bank and get down with a share of $300,000 in prizes. Bust out your rewards card and play to earn entries. It all goes down with Thursday drawings. Break the bank. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This Valentine's month, Milwaukee Weight Loss is sharing the love with $300 off during our Valentine's sale. Now through February 28th only. It's the perfect time to fall in love with the result-getting Milwaukee Weight Loss program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. Whether you want to look great for Valentine's Day, an upcoming event, or just for you, you can start losing losing those unwanted pounds right now. No more losing weight and gaining it back. This program helps you keep the weight off for good. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation today.
Homer here. I've already lost 10 pounds since I started the journey. Now it's your time to show yourself some love with $300 off. Hurry. This Valentine's sale ends February 28th. Patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call 262-235-3980 now for your free consultation or MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary. You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Living your best life is a non-negotiable, and your best life does not include pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back. So if you're feeling that, QC Kinetics is your go-to location for that other alternative if you've been told that drugs and surgery and downtime are your only option. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, meaning they use cellular tools to give you your life back, decrease that inflammation, and help you feel pain-free for the long term. It's amazing how many satisfied and overjoyed patients there are. Over 40,000 satisfied patients. You could be 40,001. The personal stories are off the charts. You could be that next story and a testimony of how great QC Kinetics is in giving you a pain-free life. So the consultation, no obligation, no cost. So you might as well see for yourself what they can do for you. If it's a great fit, they're going to tell you. If it's not, they might send you a different direction, but you owe it to yourself to examine it. So give them a call today. QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
Kyle, Brust Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. And since our producer, Alex Stroh, promised us that Jordan Morgan would be the franchise left tackle of the future and referenced his number one Pro Football Focus grade at left tackle in the preseason of this last year, he is going to watch the film back and then let me know who Jordan Morgan was going against, if there's anyone of value that is still actually in the league that he blocked, because I think that would be further context that would be very necessary for his number one overall Pro Football Focus grade.
You know how much I miss football? I'm excited to go watch preseason games. Offensive line play.
Yeah.
That's how much I miss football. I'm excited about
roll the Jordan Morgan tape from preseason.
I'm fired up about this. I'm going to try to dive into him a little bit in the regular season. I know he played all over, but I don't think he was awful at any position. He wasn't like awful.
Bro, he got thrown around at right guard.
Right guard was rough for him.
I just don't think the plan for any first-round draft pick is to wait until his third year to
go back and watch his preseason to see if he's going to be the guy.
No, you're right. He straight up got beat out. Now I got to do math here. In 2023, which was the year he was drafted, he got beat out by a 7th-round pick in Rasheed Walker. That's bad. Last year, I don't know what the thought was.
But you can still promise us, like you said, that he's going to be the franchise left tackle.
I feel good about that promise, yeah.
All right. We're going to hit the film later.
Well, he ranked 50 in Pro Football Focus, the same one you alluded to. And granted, this is not his position. He was ranked 54th among 71 guards, according to Pro Football Focus, with 13 blown blocks in the run game. 11th worst, and then he had 4.2% blown block rate, ranking 11th worst amongst guards.
He doesn't seem like the bruiser. If anything, athletic is
He's more
his
athletic,
MO.
yeah.
So I'm okay.
So hopefully Anthony
I love when Kyle does it. Okay.
Well, I just see a guy like Elton Jenkins, who I believe was taken in the 2nd or 3rd round by the Green Bay Packers. Might have been the 3rd round by the Green Bay Packers. And then, addition to that, I see a guy like a Zach Tom, who I think was taken the 4th round by the Green Bay Packers, who have played multiple positions on the offensive line. And I didn't hear them say, well, I only play guard, I only play center, I only play tackle. No, they were able to excel, and they were drafted at a lesser pick. So that's my whole thing, is this whole excuse of, oh, well, he can just play left tackle. Okay, well, if he only plays left tackle,
he better be damn good. The Alex Stroh promise better come through.
Because I just think when you're a competitor, you're a player regardless of what position you're at. Obviously, there's a comfort that falls in. But when the ball is hiked, if you're playing the guard position, which you have
you have the ball snapped.
Snapped.
The ball is hiked when we back in elementary. Hut, hike.
At the guard position, you have less space to cover.
than at the tackle position, and the fact that he couldn't hold his ground.
Come on, Hike!
You would think, yeah, I love it. You would think the guard position would be a little bit easier to play than the tackle position.
For speed, yes. For strength, no.
No, but so it's like if you're gonna have to deal with bull rushes at the tackle position too.
Well, because if they can't,
So
beat you
Will
with
Campbell
speed,
get thrown around.
Yeah, one hand to the chest.
Because there's nothing quite like
Talk
when
about
you
a first-round pick.
You put your arms right beneath his chest and you just drive him backward. That's
a competitor in me would think that he would have competed a lot better being a first-round pick, regardless of being out of position. If he was in his head because he wasn't at left tackle, then that's a problem about his competitive spirit. I still think the kid does. He can start for us next year, but will he be our franchise left tackle? I don't know.
The thing is, the Packers need him to be good, at least, because there's no depth in the O-line, and you're relying on this dude. Jordan Love is going to get terrorized if he isn't at least good.
Strofe, from 7:30 p.m. to 11 p.m., you need to FaceTime me when you are watching Jordan Morgan film. I want to watch it with you. I want your breakdown.
I don't know that I'll be beginning it as
I
early as
knew
7:30.
you would say
Where are
that.
you going to watch this? You're just going to pull up preseason games on YouTube?
I make dinner at like 7:15.
That's fine. I gave you 7:30 to 11 o'clock.
Oh, at any point.
At any point.
Oh, great. Okay, sure.
At any
sure.
point.
Oh, you're saying once the baby goes
Yes.
down, and then when you go
I'm
to bed.
around. My
Okay.
wife's out of town. It's just me on the couch.
Where's the baby? With the wife or with you?
Asleep.
Well, asleep.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you have the baby.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I was going to say, you just want to come over?
Absolutely not.
And watch Jordan Morgan.
We
in the
crush some
preseason.
carbuses?
And
watch
again,
the preseason tape?
this is the same man that got engaged and took a 7-day family vacation with uncles, aunts, and parents and nieces and nephews,
Ben
and he's
Brust,
still
not known to exaggerate.
engaged and is inviting me over to his place. You need to be an engaged guy. You need another dude at your place.
I'm allowed to have friends, Ben. Just
Now,
because I'm
go
engaged, that doesn't mean life is over.
Fun, man. You wasted 7 days of like what should just be like some of the most fun times for
I
you.
just want to time out. So you just went from you want to hang out with me, so you're actually a loser. But instead of me coming over, you should spend 3.5 hours watching preseason film.
No, I'm saying you should
And
maybe
that's
spend
engaged
time
life.
with your fiance.
I'm going to. That's why I said I can't call you at 7:30.
What does fiance
Nice.
do when you're watching preseason footage
That's a
of
great
Jordan
follow-up.
Morgan?
All right, so here's the thing. So we're still early enough, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday. We're like, I'm going to whisper though, so she doesn't hear me.
Yeah.
Anything I want to do, she's in on, because she's just
Because you got the ring.
Except for this,
she's just like she's love drunk right now.
Yeah.
And I've known for 2 months that we're getting engaged. So like I'm very sunk into the reality we're engaged. It's
Well,
wonderful.
maybe you
I love
shouldn't
her.
watch preseason tape and go do something
No,
you want
but
to
here's
do
the
while you
thing.
can.
She might be like, teach me. What am I looking?
What are you
for?
going to teach
Oh,
her?
you're going to inspire her with Jordan Morgan.
The idea of Strofe teaching his fiance about left tackle.
She ain't no fool.
What's
She
a
might
pancake block? What's the difference between a run block and a pass block? Like simple things like that.
If she asks you, can you show me what a pass fit looks like? Are you going to get up there and
Get in the stands.
do the stance?
Yeah,
Show us your stance on YouTube.
I might have to stretch.
Show us your
before
stance
the
on YouTube
combine
right now.
Sure.
I'm your fiance.
Because
Hey, honey, can you show me?
His wife was doing this, and then went viral.
Can you show me?
She tried to get past
Am I playing
him.
left or right? Which
You're
way
not
am I
on
going?
stream,
Whatever
dude.
you're most
Left
comfortable with.
or right? Yeah,
So
yeah,
whatever
like-
side you're most comfortable
I got to
with.
do right because the camera's to my right. All right, so
Yes.
I'm pretending.
So
like
you're
the-
right.
Yeah,
what?
the camera's the DN.
What position are you?
He's right tackle.
Right tackle. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? Somebody's got to say hi.
Green 19.
Someone's got to say hi.
Green 19 said hot.
Wow.
Pretty good, huh?
No.
At least you stayed low.
He had
He said,
put
put the hands and the feet. He said, huh?
the choppiest steps
He
ever.
would get blown back.
Well, yeah, I'm 170 pounds. I'd die.
Yeah, that might be true. Actually,
I
that
mean,
might be
any
true.
of us taking an edge rush would end horribly.
Yeah, no, I would get
It
Strofe
end the
taking it.
least bad for you.
I would
that?
say
It end the
so.
least bad for you, but it
I would think
still
so,
end
but I
poorly.
would still get beat to a criminal degree.
You know, I got to be honest. I figured Wildy and Tausch is usually the tackle talk show. I feel like we've crushed the last half an hour.
It's been fun. Talking O-line's fun.
O-line, baby. O-line talk on KVN
we can keep
on
talking.
Tuesday at 4:30.
The thing is, you can't talk about the weapons or Jordan Love until this thing's fixed. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
That's a huge problem.
And we'd actually never, this is a good point by you for me to do my job and say, Zach Tom, big surgery.
Yeah.
No, big surgery.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, high-paid right tackle. Anthony Belton, second-round pick, slotted to be right guard.
Yeah, he's going to be the right guy.
Sean Ryan, is he going to come back at a cheap deal? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't sound like it. So they're looking for a center.
He might make some money.
Left guard, Aaron Banks, you paid him a boatload of money, didn't really produce, was also hurt, wasn't that great when he did play. And then left tackle, we have the Alex Stroh stamp of approval if they move on from Rasheed Walker that he is the franchise left tackle.
They're moving on from Rasheed Walker. They can't afford him.
I know. I'm just saying, for context, this is how we got into protecting Jordan Love after he was running for his life at the end of the season last year, and they were 20th in pass blocking, which is way below the Green Bay Packers standard, which is how we got to arguing about the first-round pick that Goody made of Jordan Morgan.
Yeah, so
tell us about UWD.
I can tell you about UWD. Listen, KBN Nation, if you're looking to upgrade your windows, I have the perfect solution. I myself upgraded my windows. Jamie Shea came to my home. He showed me and baby girl the different options that we had at windows. He came into our bedroom. He went into our guest room. He went into our bathroom. He showed us exactly what would be perfect. Different size windows, no worry. They have everything that you need. And what I love about it is that it keeps the cold air out of the house, and then during the summertime, it keeps the hot air out the house. So that is the one thing I love about Universal Windows Direct. But then also, I love the quality of product and the price. And I got a great deal, and I want you to get it too. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. That's the real deal. There's no limit. So if you need to buy 10 windows, you can get 10 free. So a total of 20 windows, all for the price of 10. You'll also get 0% interest financing for 36 months. So you can upgrade your home and spread the payments out over 3 years without any additional cost and interest. And plus, because they love you, they'll give you additional $500 off your next home improvement project. Call them today at 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today. It is so low pressure. You'll learn a lot of information. You don't have to buy, but I'm telling you, KBN Nation, once you get a chance to see those windows, see that price, and get that quality, you'll be saying like me, I love my windows.
I have Alex Stroh, Wheel of Stroh, and I have an update on Alex Stroh's wedding to end the show. It's the Stroh Hour on the 414 Hours 4.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
He is now off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You
frauds,
choked against TCU. You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. Y'all choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we still have some problems on 94 eastbound. Right at Highway 18, the right shoulder is blocked because of a fire. And we got delays stretching back past Highway F. We've also got delays along southbound 43 from Locust all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. We do have a crash on the ramp from Beecher Street to 4394 southbound as well. Westbound 94, you've got backups from 27th Street past Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's backed up from about 76th Street all the way past 68th. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 20. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 30. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another 2-man scramble tournament is underway. Play TPC Scottsdale for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by February 28th. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center,
working with a contractor that quits halfway through a project or never calls you back when you have questions, or worse, takes your money and you never see them again. Unfortunately, we hear about them all the time. Hi, this is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and Siding Unlimited is absolutely not that company. Siding Unlimited has been doing business for 32 years, proving to be an honest, ethical, and forthright company. If you're looking for the honest guys for your next siding, windows, roofing, and doors project, stop by sidingunlimited.com today.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs roll into Milwaukee. Wednesday night at 6:30 on WMLW.
Big news from Carbless, a fan favorite and one of my favorites. Blood Orange flavor is now its own dedicated 4-pack, crafted with real spirits for a true cocktail taste. Blood Orange brings bold, citrus-forward flavor with a smooth, premium finish. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 100 calories, and gluten-free. Now it's even easier to stock up on the flavor everyone keeps asking for. Look for Carbless Blood Orange 4-pack at your local retailer now. Once you try it, you'll understand why Blood Orange has earned its own pack. Carbless, bold flavor in every sip. Find it near you at drinkcarbless.com.
This is Coach Greg Gard.
Strong teams succeed with the right partners. Bank CMG works closely with Wisconsin business owners, offering local insight, modern tools, and honest guidance you can trust. They take the time to understand your goals and help you build something sustainable. Whether you're managing cash flow, planning for growth, or navigating change, having the right banking partner matters. When your business matters, your bank should too. BankCMG.com.
Recalculating route. Estimated arrival time. Never.
For people with nasal congestion, snoring, or sleep apnea, finding a solution feels like a never-ending road trip.
First stop, my primary doctor. Then the pharmacy. Then a sleep specialist. Then an ENT.
What if there was just one destination for all your problems?
Welcome to Advent, Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care in one location. Over 95% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
You have arrived at Clear Breathing.
Serious truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
WTMJ is throwing strikes for a cause, and you are invited. Bowling for Babies is happening Saturday, March 7th at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls, raising funds for the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. Put together a team before and hit the lanes. Registration is only $170 per team, and it all goes towards a great cause and benefits the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. If you want in, text the word BABY to the WTMJ talk and text line at 855-616-1620. That is 855-616-1620 to sign up for Bowling for Babies. Myself, Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Alex Stro will all be there supporting these babies. And KBN Nation, we want you to show up and show out. Let's bowl and help families in need.
Time now, as it's the 414 hour at 4 with the featured star of the hour, Alex Stro, with Kyle, Brust, and Nortman as his sidekicks, I guess, for this last portion. Stro, take it away.
It's time for the
Wheel of Stro.
All right. 15 seconds, nobody talk. What's the future of the Wheel of Stro?
I started building the wheel on the break. So I have determined, though, that the wheel will not make a sound. So a little behind radio here, I am going to upload a sound for the wheel that nobody that's not listening right now will ever know is a sound effect. But I'm going to use this wheel because it's a really nice wheel. It just won't make a nice sound like.
Can you just steal the sound of the wheel in the past?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Sick.
Okay. But I don't have it fully constructed, but it does spin. Look how nice this wheel is. It's got a nice spin to it.
That's a clean spin.
That is a clean spin.
Very clean.
Get you hypnotized.
I don't have the pegs on there yet, so it won't make any sound and it won't stop. So
this is a new wheel from before?
Yeah, this is second wheel.
Second wheel, but it's a little bit nicer version of the second wheel. This is the third wheel.
Third wheel.
So it's Wheel of Stro 3.0. 2.0, very short-lived chapter.
It almost like didn't exist.
But the Wheel of Stro will continue. So that said, another day, another buckaroonie on the Wheel list of Stro. Boys, get ready to chomp on this one. Bears coach Ben Johnson joining Mike Florio on Pro Football Talk at the NFL Combine earlier
He
today.
would be at the Combine.
I was just about to say, worth noting, Ben Johnson at the Combine, Matt LaFleur not at the Combine. Here's Ben Johnson, Mike Florio's back and forth from earlier in the day.
What is the deal with the Packers?
Who likes the Packers?
How much of that is leaning fully into your job as Bears coach, and how much of it is how you truly feel?
Yeah, I mean, the Bears and the Packers, they should not like each other. I think it's as simple as that. And I think that's going to make this rivalry, this game, something that people are going to watch here going forward.
Have you talked to Matt LaFleur at all? Because I feel like he gets confused. Like, what did I do? Do you have any relationship with him? Have you heard from him? Has he called you up and he said, what's the deal? Like anything like that?
No, we don't talk.
Okay.
Dare I say, I love this from Ben Johnson.
I kind of like that. It would spot the lie in any of that.
No, the only thing that I found weird was I did love the second question. How much is it you not liking the Packers or you leaning into your job of not liking the Packers? He went pretty political.
Oh, he didn't answer the question at all.
Which makes me feel like he just doesn't like him for some reason. And it he doesn't. He doesn't.
He's a competitor.
What I'll give him is I think he almost knew it was awkward in his initial press conference. And at this point, it was like, I got to lean in. Right? I think he caught himself in the enjoy beating Matt LaFleur twice crickets joke. And he's like, all right, I guess I got to own this. And to his credit, they did win 2 of them.
Well, he's been a part of some downtrodden franchises in the Lions and the Bears, where the Packers have basically danced on their lack of success for decades. And it's almost like coming up from that in the Lions side, now in the Bears, you then associate with them and with the frustration that the Packers have given you. So I think it's both. I think honestly, it's an awesome fusion of both. I think he doesn't like them because he identifies with these less fortunate franchises. And then also it's the job of the Chicago Bear coach, not like the Packers. I kind of like this.
Yeah, look at the Big Ten. I hate Ohio State. I hate Michigan. I would love to beat those teams every single year. The Green Bay Packers are Ohio State and Michigan of the NFC North and really close, not exactly in the NFL, but they're up there. They're one of historic franchises that are very consistent when it comes to winning games. Not winning championships of late, but no, I totally get it, and I give him credit for standing on business and saying, no, it's the Packers. I'm supposed to hate them, and I think that's the right mentality you have when you're a true competitor.
And Ben, now that I think about it, Ben Johnson's at the NFL Combine because it's in Indianapolis, which is the Bears' new home state.
Very good, very good.
Very good point.
Well, not officially, but
not official, but
it'd be so
unofficially official. Yeah, Hammond, Indiana. But while I'm thinking about Indianapolis, I've spent some time there for various things. Well, so have you. You've played in tournaments there. The Big Ten tournament was there when you played.
I just know that you were thinking about the times that ESPN Madison sent you to do
but I've hung out there. That's 3 times I've been there for that. Yeah.
Cool. 3 cools.
Nobody's going this year?
Unnecessary. I guess I don't know. It's not for several months. And it's in Vegas now. Is Indianapolis an overrated, underrated, or properly rated Midwest city?
Properly rated. It serves a very good purpose of being a great Midwest host city. Other than that, I mean, it's nice-ish, but it's not going to knock your socks off. The state of Indiana blows.
It does.
I hate the state of Indiana.
Driving through there, the windmills,
brutal.
It's just the armpit of America.
Oh, that's Ohio.
Well, I don't know about.
No, it's the armpit. I went to Fort Wayne. An ex-girlfriend went to college there.
Cool.
Not cool. We went and I was in Madison at the time, and we were going on Lake Wabeesa, which connects to Lake Monona and Lake Mendota, and we went on a river tour. The water was brown. Yeah. I'm like, this is just disgusting. It's just Indiana. It's gross.
I don't think people realize how fortunate we are here in Wisconsin. I mean, specifically being in the urban.
I'm going to find that picture, Kyle. I don't think it looked like somebody just pooped in a lake and the color just changed.
Yeah, the more south you get, the worse some things get.
I was like, this is what you guys did in college, was hung around this river? It's disgusting.
Yeah, there's not a lot of towns sprinkled throughout Indiana that's exciting to go to. Indianapolis has been fine every time I played there. Yeah. Before the punting thing took off, I went to the Ball State Junior Day.
Chirp, Muncie, Indiana.
Yeah, Muncie, Indiana. Brady Hoke was the coach, actually. And I was like, he looks at linebacker, so I went to the Junior Day there. Boy, after my time in Madison of visiting as a young Badger fan and then going to Muncie, Indiana, I was like, this is the college town? I mean, it was just brutal. I can't go to school here.
Yeah.
Good thing you were a Badger, not a Cardinal.
Yeah, good thing became a punter.
I talked to Alex Strove's fiance today.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
I have an update on the wedding that I am planning with them. And the 5 spots with a +1 for KBN Nation, as I have all 44 people who entered on the Carbless Talkin' text line. They are anxiously awaiting how they could donate money to this choice of charity from Alex and his fiance Allie. They're excited to attend, and I talked to her about this today. We will revisit Alex Strouf's wedding, which he's welcoming KBN Nation to next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
What do you have on her?
What do you mean?
No one can willingly love you like she does.
You know, on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All the antics.
We had the same situation when I played with Holmgren.
You okay?
I almost broke my chair.
Yeah, you almost fell out of your chair there.
All the action.
Micah Parsons is healthy, and if Tucker Kraft is healthy, the Packers are in that Super Bowl. I think that they would have run through the NFC. I think they beat Seattle. I think that they are the NFC representative in that game.
The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Kyle Brust Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal & Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal & Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal & Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind, the same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal & Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing up the third tournament of the season with another can't-miss event and $1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a two-man scramble at the iconic TPC Scottsdale, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's spacious state-of-the-art simulator. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and teams must get their round in by February 28th. Your chance to take on TPC Scottsdale starts today at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com.
And ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
He is coaching for his job in 2026. When you're up against it, when you're backed into a corner, do you want to entrust a guy that has publicly said that he doesn't trust that the coaching staff is putting him in the best situations to be successful? If you were doing a job and you had to do it at a high level, otherwise you would get fired, do you want somebody that has publicly said they can't trust you? Probably not. Why would you want to have A.J. Brown on this team if at every turn you have to worry about this guy going on a Twitch stream or going on social media or saying something that is critical of how you're operating the team and putting it out there in the public sphere? You wouldn't want to do that. You don't want people that are supposed to be helping you to do the job second-guessing your leadership.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The Greater Milwaukee Golf Show, presented by Old Fashioned Golf, is back at the Mosh Performance Center in Franklin, March 13th through the 15th. The show has been reimagined with a simple goal: turn it into Wisconsin's ultimate golf party. That's why Vibes Golf Club, a group of golf-loving former Badger football players, including Melvin Gordon, will be at the show all 3 days. Plus, Bridgestone will be doing some ball fittings, and Carl's Place will be powering Simulator Alley. To learn more, log on to GreaterMilwaukeeGolfShow.com.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Biggest tournament in college hoops is taking over, and Potawatomi has everything you need to max out that experience. Watch it Rock and Brews, 1100 Bar and Lounge, the small bar. across the casino. You can watch across the casino floor. Actually, got TVs are all over the place. Grab a seat in the annex, drink specials, and seat reservations at the sportsbook. Dozens and dozens of self-service kiosks, full bar, full menu, and a huge video wall. All your fun is in one place at Potawatomi Casino Hotel's amazing sportsbook. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, newly engaged Alex Stro. I'm super excited because, again, the idea that Alex and his fiance are welcoming in 5 members of KBN Nation with a donation to charity.
Can I stop you right
No. Hang on. Because I literally was talking to somebody in the office today that was telling me, like, from afar, and they're in management, they are very proud of Alex Stro because he's embodying everything that Good Karma Brands is about. Connecting partners, fans, teammates. So the idea that you could win a company award for something you're doing on the show is so selfless, unselfish teammate, event of the year. What you're doing with your wedding, bringing in the fans, is unbelievable.
You're a great dude. You're so much better than me. I wouldn't even think about doing something like this.
Because I didn't think of something like this. I didn't say any of this. This has all Ben lying through his teeth.
No. You have alluded to many times previously when Ben was going through his wedding that you would
make
invite
it.
KB and
you
Nation.
did say
now,
that.
You can't renege on that now.
I never said that.
Yeah, you alluded to it. Yes, you did.
No,
even Brad admitted that you did.
You guys are kissing Ben's ass.
I'm not kissing
they don't. When do they ever want to kiss my ass?
He poops himself. Why would I want to be anywhere near that?
When you pit them against me and you say, hey guys, I got a genius idea. I'm gonna make Strofe uncomfortable and lie about him. It must make you proud.
No, here's the thing, Strofe, is legitimately
I'm not doing
Brad wouldn't have said what he said yesterday when he said, well, Strofe, I would love to come to your defense, but you did say something like that.
But you had a week to convince them to say, hey.
You think I was thinking about you for a week?
Yes.
And your wedding?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Because you got off the air yesterday and you said, that's the best show I've ever had. You said that to multiple people upstairs, including...
It is, because I didn't ever think that you'd be so open as you and I become close and you call me your best friend.
What would that have to do with you then?
My favorite thing is I love seeing my best friends thrive. And the fact that you are inviting KBN Nation to this wedding, and I have 45 people on a list, and we're bringing in vendors. We already got you the wedding ring from Robert Hack Diamonds.
Yeah, what did his fiance say?
She's like, Ben, you're going to be sitting with the people from KBN Nation.
Dude, and I heard her say, hey, we just got to get contest rules written. Contest rules. I heard her say that.
She made the contest rules?
She did say contest rules, didn't she, Strofe?
She made a joke about that, yes, but she texted me this morning and she said, hey, I just talked to Ben. And I said, yeah, what he say? I have to clean this up, sorry. She said, I talked to him and I said, absolutely no bleeping way fans are coming to our wedding.
That's not what she said.
That is not what she said.
Matter of fact, it was in the open office.
And I told her yesterday.
So she a lie?
She told me, damn, you called your fiance a lie. She told me, she said, Kyle, if fans are coming, then that means you lose a seat. And I said, I would happily give up my seat for KBN Nation. That's what she said to me.
Wow.
Joe, if you were there. That's what she said. So I don't know where the lines getting blurred here, because I heard her talk a bit about this.
Blurred, Kyle.
She said, why would anybody bring up contest rules if they didn't want this to be a contest?
And why would she say I'd be sitting with the 10 people from KBN Nation if they weren't invited?
We're not saying shit.
We're just saying what we were told from your fiance.
That'd be awesome. I mean, I'll look on the outside in the window wishing I was there.
Brilliant liar.
Like,
no. The crazy thing is Kyle's not lying and I'm not lying.
So you were there when that happened.
We're a radio show. Where's the audio? You get this on. You get the documentation.
Strofe. You were there when she told me that the fans would take my spot at the wedding. Did she not say that?
She did not say that. Prove
Strofe, what did she say then, Strofe? What did she say?
She said no bleeping way.
No.
Like she said the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
My fiance is a woman of honesty and standards, and she would never lie.
Strofe, you are a lie. You were right there when she told me.
The way he just said what he said, you could hear that he was lying.
Yeah, because she was going to cuss in the middle of the office. Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard the conversation. And she said contest rules. And
also, why would Ben sit with the KBN Nation if he's my best man? Why would he be? He would be sitting at the grand table.
That's his punishment for planning your wedding without your blessing. Initially.
Definitely without my blessing. This is all without my blessing.
Time out. You're in a group chat with him. Didn't he create a group
You did create a group chat. It is called wedding planning.
Because you said you were going to help us with the wedding planning. This was not part of that.
No, you did this after this was all part of that. After yesterday's show, when
Brad,
you had 45 people sign up.
Would you bring another man into your a group chat with your wife or fiance?
I wouldn't dream of it.
Okay, now that's a big
Wouldn't
thing.
dream of it because he doesn't have a friend like Ben Brust.
Or at least get more of a
Alex
backbone than I
Stroh, my
thought.
best friend.
So congratulations, man. You're getting a Carmi. A Carmi in 2020. So I can already see it on your
Connecting
your
partners,
dusty,
fans, and teammates. He might be the most valuable teammate of the year.
all
I
those
think we're
you
going
are.
to end the show early today.
No, your fiance has all these trophies in the apartment, and you have none. And guess what, buddy? Come next year, you're going to be a Carmi.
No,
Award
he's
winner.
he's got the 8th place ribbons and all that up there.
Oh, he still kept those.
Yeah, I'm a participation trophy kid. Gen
okay.
Z.
All right. Well, cool. Well, I can't wait for everybody else to participate.
Dave from Aaron is very upset. Strofe just hates charity and KBN Nation. Steve chimes in. Looks like we're going to have to, crash the wedding instead. I guess 10 KBN Nation are going to crash.
That's more acceptable than the full-blown.
But, the sad part is Jeff from Waukesha said yesterday that he is going to donate $1,000 to charity to go to your wedding.
He's welcome to do that.
And go to your wedding.
No, he's welcome to donate the $1,000 to charity.
So you are excluding people who want to help charity when you said, when I was getting married, that my wedding's not going to be like Ben's.
You just made this up when I was gone.
But you'll be watching
Strofe.
Jordan Morgan tape. I'll be going back through transcripts.
Works for me. I never said that.
I'm so excited to be on the outside of your wedding and just looking on the inside, wishing I was there, but being a good guy and giving up a seat to KBN Nation for your wedding.
That was the conversation you had.
I can't watch.
Mine was I'm sitting with all 10. I didn't even have to
you
not
have a
go.
speech to give.
It's fine. I can leave the table to give that.
KBN Nation can help you write the speech when they're there. They'll talk
all of our
about
favorite
it.
Alex
A lot
Strofe
of good things
memories.
to say about Strofe.
Oh, you like that? So they will be there. Okay, good to know.
No, they can help you write it
While
beforehand.
they're there.
Chef Ed is now no